Welcome to Master the Game. I am Juce, and tonight we will pick up where we left off last time in Fall of Plaguestone. This is episode 7. Last time
Juce,
we went...
You're not supposed to say Plaguestone.
It's okay. It's okay. This is out of character.
Oh, okay.
So last time they ended up going into a blighted area of the woods where they were fighting some bushes and stuff. This is after they were kind of mean to the sheriff and stuff, but we're not going to go too deep into that. But they took care of some bushes and then really showed those bushes who was boss. And so with that, let's go around, let everyone introduce themselves, their character, and we'll get into the game. We'll start with you, Balthazar.
Yep, that's me. I am Balthazar. I don't play a character. I'm just Balthazar. That's who I was born to be. I'm Colin. I'm at Colinomicon on Twitter and other places, and I play Balthazar the Bastard, who is a half-elf rot boy, scion of the god of death, unknowing scion of the god of death, whose body is slowly falling apart, and he's consistently missing some bits. He is brother to Madame Muriel, though she probably doesn't admit it openly most of the time. And his best friend is Durgan, whether Durgan wants to be or not. And that's your boy Balthazar.
I love it. Just realized right now that the only one that's not part of any family here is Durgan. But anyways, let's
family and he's part of our chosen family, man.
I was gonna say sometimes friends for people are like family. I know mine were growing up, so sometimes more so than actual family. But yeah, with that, let's kick it on over to Paula.
I am Paula, and I am playing Madame Muriel. So I am sister to the whatever descendant of the scion of the god of death, or whatever that was. I actually was feeling like Madame Muriel's starting to embrace Balthazar as a sibling, and she even started to run into the cave after him, concerned about his well-being in the last game. So maybe we're rounding a corner here, but I would say maybe she's the more slightly passive-aggressive player in the group with her.
That's true. The slightly passive-aggressive player in this group is probably Paula.
I mean, well, it's fine. It's fine. Just move along.
Her character too. It art reflects, reality.
I mean, isn't everybody's character a small reflection of themselves in some way?
Oh yeah. My body parts are always falling off.
Yeah, I mean,
Colin probably smells like rot, and we'll find out when we ever meet at a
disgusting
convention.
Oh yeah, no, you want to keep a wide berth. I promise you that. Truly despicable.
I bet he smells wonderful. All right, Bill.
Well, I am Bill Allan, and I am playing Scrim, the Goblin Rogue. Scrim's brother is Crick, who is a explosive chucking badass, and they are basically always trying to just serve the good of the group, while at the same time easily swayed into following their basest impulses, such as killing things and fire and eating chickens. So
that's true. They're very lovable, though.
Yeah, like gremlins. They're lovable, but dangerous.
They're like a cross between gremlins and what the heck? Why can't I think of his name all of a sudden? The other non-gremlin in the movie.
Gizmo.
Gizmo, thank you. They're like in between there. More like Gizmo personality-wise, throw in some destruction and chaos like the gremlins.
Correct.
All right, next up is Draven.
Hi, it's Dave, Draven Swiftbow. I'm playing Durgan Mournward, the party's meat shield and damaged sponge, who just got his butt kicked by some plants and is not in the best of moods right now.
I don't see why not.
That's about it. Yeah, paladin champion. Seems to get people give him credit for everything, even though he has no idea about that, and it causes resentment in the group, which I feel bad about, even though I had nothing to do with it.
Sure you do.
There's that passive aggressive again. Anyway, that's my character.
He's gonna go vegetarian to get revenge on these plants after this.
That seems a little extreme. I don't know if he's gonna go that far.
No, I'll just set fire to the forest and keep eating meat.
Yeah, because we got all that bear meat, right?
True. That's true. And next up is Dave.
Hey, Nerdarchy Dave here from Nerdarchy, for nerds, by nerds, and I'm playing Crick of the Bighorn Lobster Clan, which, of course, adventuring with my brother, Scrim, who his specialty is stabbing things in the face and being sneaky, which I greatly support. I mean, and, you know, I feel like Crick is the perfect distraction for Scrim doing his sneaky stuff. And also, Durgan's meat shieldness is not to be overlooked. He's absorbed a lot of damage where I'm like, oh, I would have been dead 3 times over.
It's true. And you're really, really good at blowing stuff up.
Yeah.
And
Durgan's specialty is being a meat shield, second only to his ability to steal the spotlight from Madame Muriel.
Who would have thought she wanted the spotlight so bad?
I mean, you can have it. I really don't want it.
Don't worry. I think the three of the 4 of us are going to make sure you always have the spotlight.
That seems to be the trend.
Will be the final way that me and my sister will grow closer together, is I will finally stop telling people that everything she did was actually done by Durgan and let her take credit for something.
That's some character growth.
Some real growth.
Love it. All right, so before we hop in, let me show the super chat menu here. We've got audience participation. If you want to spend $5, you can buy a single character a hero point. If you want to spend $10, you can buy me a villain point. Mine are shown on the screen during the play. I currently have, I believe, 3. If you want to spend $20, you can buy 5 hero points and split them evenly among the players, or give all 5 to one player. We use hero points in a few different ways. We use it by the book, but we also allow players to spend 5 hero points for an auto crit, or to enforce an auto crit fail against them. And we also allow them to spend 5 hero points when dying to get 1 hit point and remove all wounded and dying levels. So that's a pretty big deal because of how dying works in Pathfinder. So with that, if you want to participate, you can, or you can just watch and enjoy the whole game with the rest of the other people at home. So with that, let's jump in. So when we left off last time, you guys were making your way into the cave. I will pull that up real quick. Let me share my screen with my players. So this is what it looks like right here. All right. And you should be able to, I don't remember how to make it big for everybody. But anyways, there you go. Let me know if you can't see it, but there you go. Now, you guys were entering the cave. The initiative order is Paula's character, Madame Marielle, first, followed by Durgan, Scrim, Balthazar, and the enemies, and Crick last at this point. So, Muriel, you had made your way into this little canal right behind Balthazar, and you guys had seen in the dark, if you can see in the dark, there are 2 mutated wolves. And I'll read the description real quick again for you. The narrow tunnel is slick with foul-smelling mud. It leads down into a cramped den lit by a shimmering pool of oily water. The chamber stinks of wet fur and sickness. Next to the pool, between the gnarled and dying tree roots, is the rotting carcass of what must have once been a truly gigantic wolf. Nosing around it is a pair of hairless mutant wolves, their bodies deformed by large pustules and tumors. Although they have no eyes, they clearly detect some sort of presence for they turn their heads towards the entrance and snarl. With that, what would you like to do, Marielle?
So I don't have dark vision, but I have low light vision.
You can see.
So I can see?
Yeah, there's enough light outside that kind of comes in and kind of reflects off the pool a little bit. So it's very hard. I would say like any kind of visual checks, you might have a penalty of some sort.
Okay. Well, I would like to run forward. I will go ahead and tumble right past one of these wolves and then turn around and attack it.
All right. Go for it.
So I'm pretty sure that tumble did not go very well. That is a solid 12.
Yeah, so that didn't go well. You do it. However, it does not give you the desired outcome you were hoping for.
Okay. Well, I'm still going to
Especially since they seemingly can't see you.
oh. Well, I'm going to attack it anyway.
Go for it.
So that is a 19.
That just barely hits. What are you hitting it with? What does this look like?
So I try and tumble past this wolf. I kind of lose my balance a little bit, but I'm able to regain my footing. I almost kind of fall forward towards this wolf, kind of accidentally slicing through its ear, honestly, for a whopping 3 points of damage.
Yeah.
It's a solid 3.
Strong
Right.
3.
Yep, a strong 3.
Is someone mocking me out there? What are we talking about, this strong 3? No, I'm just kidding.
No, we would never do that.
What kind
I
of
just
friends
got
are
that.
you?
And then
You're fine
for my last action, so I actually have a parrying ability, which gives me a plus to AC.
Okay.
But that is an action. So basically,
Yep.
I would just assume that I'm just kind of leaning back, assuming that this thing is going to attack me.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Next up is Draven.
All right, so I'm just going to move it. I'm not going to do anything fancy because I can't.
Yep.
And I will just try to flank the one that Muriel is attacking.
So she jumped in between the two, so the first one you can
Okay.
definitely get to.
Perfect, that's what I'll do then. So we should be flanked, which gives it -2 to its armor class.
Yep.
19 and 8, so 27.
27 points. Oh, to hit?
To hit, yeah, to hit.
That is a critical hit.
Okay,
So go ahead and do that, but then I have a reaction to use.
fair enough. So that's going to be 2d8 plus 8. So that's, geez, okay, so 15, 8, 23.
23 points of damage?
Yep.
All right. That's pretty dang good. So with that, give me a basic reflex save.
Ugh.
As you split open one of the pustules,
I got a 17. So 13 and 4.
that is not good enough. So you're going to take, this is brutal. You take 14 points of acid damage.
Oof.
As the
Ow.
smell of, basically like, think of like those really nasty zits that you see people pop in those videos where just tons of pus starts coming out. Well, he hit one of those, and rather than it just seeping out, it sprayed out. It has like a green tint to it. The stench of like disgusting bleh, just
I'm
gets
gonna
all
throw
over
open my
him
mouth.
and burns his skin for however many points of damage I said.
That
Yeah,
is
14.
horrific.
Yep. So just so you guys know, attack with caution.
Just don't crit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, just roll moderately.
And
Don't
was
do
your
too
second
well.
action.
So that was my second action. Yeah. So for my third action,
My final trick.
yeah.
I lick
Well,
the
now
pus
heal
off of my
myself.
skin. No.
Actually, I think I can heal myself.
Did you heal yourself at the end of last session?
Oh yeah, I did with battle medicine. Yeah. So I've got lay on hands.
This is a new attack, though. You could, because this is new damage, technically.
No, it's with the medicine skill, you have to wait an hour. But I do have. I believe I still have lay on hands because I still have a focus point listed here. So I'll do that instead. So that gives me 6 hit points back, puts me up to 16. So I'm half of my max, and that also gives me plus. Oh no, that's only if I put it on an ally. Yeah, that's it. That's my turn.
All right, beautiful. All right, Scrim, come and save the day.
Scrim saw this explosion of gross green pus.
Probably. You probably saw his reaction, too, as it splattered on him.
Balthazar licks his lips somewhere.
Can Scrim make it to the other flank of where Muriel was to flank the other one?
It would take probably 2 actions, yeah. And you
Okay,
could.
2 actions to get there.
Yep.
Third action to stabby stab.
Yep. And this would be the back wolf.
So probably not a kill unless I roll. Oh, I rolled a 20.
A 20? That'll hit.
Not only is that a significant hit, but in the backstabbing fashion, that would be a total of a 28.
Oh, you crit.
You'll
You'll have to do the reflex save, too. But just do your damage and stuff first.
So that's 14 damage.
Nice. That's still pretty good.
How is that? No, I guess that's right. 14 damage. And then the what was it a save of?
A basic reflex save.
Nice. Rogues have very good reflexes, so that is going to be a 16 plus 10, 26.
All right, so you don't get hit by the pus. It kind of like you saw how Durgan got hurt, and so you were prepared for it as this. You hit it, and it splits open and sprays, and you kind of like duck out of the way.
Okay.
Beautiful. So that's all your actions, 2 moves and an attack. Next is Balthazar. And you are like just inside the cave. You were the first one to go in. You're muted, by the way. So you can see everything and you could move wherever you need to.
With all these wolves.
Yeah, 2 wolves.
Which have seen Muriel now, right?
Oh,
or have they not?
Well, they don't see anybody. They have no eyes.
I see. They don't. Okay. I
see, said the blind man to his deaf sister.
Yes. But she's up in their business now, right?
Oh yeah, she's in the middle. Durgan is the closest one to you, engaged with the first wolf, and then Scrim has gone all the way to the other side, attacking the other wolf.
All right,
they're double flanked.
The wolves are double flanked.
Yeah.
That's good. I have a spell I've literally never used. Divine Lance, because it's very alignment based, and frankly I don't really know what Balthazar's deity's alignment is, because I don't know if Balthazar's deity knows that Balthazar exists, or I feel like the god of death
powerful.
I just think the god of death, like Balthazar, was like, it's like, I'm not, it's not like Jesus. Like, I'm not like the god of death's son. I'm like the god of death's, like, I'm the bastard. I'm the accidental, like,
in all ways.
Like the god of death.
The child that everybody wanted to forget about.
Yeah, the god of death, like, the god of death had an affair and, like, tried to forget that I existed, and, like, he doesn't exist. It just pretends I'm not there. He's like really
trying to kill him with this rotting corpse. He's just hoping.
Yeah, like, just hurry up and. Okay, I'm gonna chill touch a wolf. which I've used this before in a wolf to pet the puppy. But that is, that's actually touch range in this game. That is not. Ooh, you know what I'll do? I'm gonna try to scare a wolf into running away. All right, I'm gonna use fear.
Okay. How does that work?
So the target must make a will save. Range 30 feet. Yes.
15.
15. I don't.
Is that a spell?
My save DC is a 17. So, yeah, he fails. Yeah, that's a spell.
I'm gonna spend a villain point.
Oh, you bastard!
I'm gonna totally do this because I never do this.
So
So,
You're no fun.
I mean, I don't know where he could run without being able to see anyway. So, all right, that's a little better. It's a 17.
That's 17. Okay, that's a success. But on this
Spend a
spell,
hero
it's
point.
you shit. Oh, to up it?
Oh wait, no, you can't because it's not you rolling. Never mind.
Yeah, it's not me rolling. On this spell, though, a success is he's still affected on a success. It's
Okay.
just, it's frightened 1 instead of frightened 2.
Okay. So frightened condition.
So Balthazar just like looks at this puppy.
Okay, cool.
Oh, it has no eyes. That's right. So Balthazar is gonna suddenly just excrete a horrific smell from like all of his pores that just suddenly like burst out of him. and you all smell this absolutely horrible scent that this dog is now picking up. And yeah, he's frightened 1. Damn. That's too bad. If he'd failed, it would have been frightened 2. And if it's crit fail, it's frightened 3 and fleeing.
So frightened condition, it puts a penalty. So any roll they make is a negative whatever. So he's -1 on his rolls.
Is that any against me or against anyone?
I would say anyone if he's frightened.
It's general, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's not nothing, I guess. And I still have 1 action.
You want to go up and you can't move now though.
I could still move, right? Why not?
Well, you could move, but you couldn't move.
I couldn't do anything after
touch. Yeah.
Let me see that. Can I see the map again, Juice?
Yeah. Pull it up.
Just want to see if I can move into if there's a good position I can get.
All right. So you are currently
I was back at the cave.
back here.
Yeah.
The wolves are all over on this side. So you got Durgan probably right here, a wolf, Muriel, a wolf, and Scrim.
Yeah, I want to run to the north side.
Up here?
Into into that area up there. I'd like to jet over there.
All
Use
right.
my final move. Get a better position.
Perfect. You can do that.
All right, that's all.
All right, and then it is now their turn. So let me switch her back. All right, so Durgan. Let's see. What do they want to do? The first one that was hit by Marielle got hurt pretty bad, I believe. Or no, that was Durgan, wasn't it? That was Marielle.
Durgan hit 1 really bad. Remember, I had
You had the ear.
the strong 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, the very strong 3.
She loosened it.
Yeah, I just didn't want to make it feel bad.
All right, so it's.
So if you
going
want to give her the credit for that, that's totally fine.
Oh no! It's gonna bite Durgan. Turns around because it had its back to you and bites you. That is going to be a 17.
Armor class 18.
All right, so it misses on its first attack. Its second attack is going to also be at you, Durgan. I rolled a nat 20. That's a 31. So I'm sure that's a crit automatically.
Well, it is, yeah. Natural 20 is automatically, yeah.
Not necessarily. But yes, it ups at 1 level.
No, well, if you get the critical hit deck, it specifies that a natural 20 is automatically a critical.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In the rules cards.
I rolled max damage, so it's you roll once and multiply by 2, isn't it?
It's up to you. You can either roll 2 dice or you can roll 1 and double it.
8, 12, 24 points of piercing damage.
All right, so I'm going to use my reaction for my orc ferocity.
Okay.
So that gives me 1 hit point and automatically gives me wounded 1 for a condition.
Okay. So now with his last action, he's going to do the tear, which is the wolf dealt damage to a creature with its jaws during its previous action. It tears at the creature's flesh, dealing 1d6 plus 2 slashing damage.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm down. You don't even have to roll.
And
I only had
1 persistent acid damage.
Ooh.
Oh, my character's
So-
going to die.
Yeah, so I don't have to roll. So
Not
okay.
while Balthazar's around, my dude.
So that was the first wolf. So just so you guys know, Durgan is down in bad shape. We'll need some
Damn,
help
son.
back.
I die in 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Although my
Just
initiative
for-
changes to just before theirs now.
Just for the
Just remember
record,
that.
approximately 20 minutes before this game started, he said to me, "You guys are gonna dominate this. Like, there's like no point in even running this encounter."
You know, no, I didn't say that part. But so this is the funny thing. So normally going into a session, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna suck for you guys. Like, we're gonna have a TPK. Oh shit. And then it always is disappointing. It, like, you guys, whoever the players are, they wipe out the encounter, and then it's like, oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought. So tonight I looked at it, I'm like, oh, there's 2 monsters. Okay, this isn't so bad. it's off to a rough start.
It's not going great.
But I did crit. Like, if I didn't crit, I don't think he would have dropped. Like,
I wouldn't have dropped if I hadn't crit against them.
That's true. That's true. All right. So Scrim, the one wolf that you had hit, that you also crit, is going to turn around and attack you. I got a 30. What's your AC?
Oh, you hit.
Is that 10 more than your AC?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. 10
So
more
then-
would be 29. Yeah.
All right. So that's a crit then.
Oof.
For 11 points of piercing damage on the first
Oh.
attack.
Quick
I wish it
question.
would've
Or I'm
gone
sorry,
for
not
me.
11, 22 points.
Quick question. Was this person this was the same one that was being flanked before?
Yes.
Okay, the nimble dodge gives me a +2 to AC.
Okay.
So which would be my AC would be 21,
All right. So then it would just be 11
not be
points.
more than 10.
Yep. All right. So then it is just 11 points. So that's good. With his second attack, he's going to do the same thing that he did to Durgan. So he's bit you. He's now going to tear, which is also going to give you the persistent acid damage as well. I got 3 damage from the tear. And so then every round you're going to take 1 acid damage after that, though. And his third attack, or his third action, I should say, is he's going to try and bite at you again. That's only a 12. So
Miss.
definitely misses. And that was their turn. It is now Crick's turn. So yeah, you have a buddy down. I don't know if there's anything you can do to help him.
I think fire cauterizes my wounds.
It'd also
there's
kill you in the
really
process.
things I could do, but it looks really dangerous over there. And you also know Balthazar is there to bar death. So I lob a bomb hitting AC 26.
Balthazar goes after Durgan, just so you know.
That's
No, my initiative changed. Remember,
Oh, that's right. You moved to right before. Or
right
after?
before them.
I always forget about that in this.
I do too. That's why I wanted to make a note.
The good news is that if you die, I can reanimate you. For
That
a
is-
minute.
For 1 minute.
For 1 minute.
But
we all
Against your
get-
will.
Yeah.
Against your
There's
will.
no consent.
But we all get to say whatever we wanted to say to you. We can have our last words with Durgan, and then you go back to being dead. It's
That is a small comfort, but thank
very
you.
comforting.
no. We just bring him around with us. We wheel him out when we need him.
We weekend at Bernie's for the rest of this campaign.
This is
I
why.
was just gonna say that.
Pull him in the wheelbarrow behind us.
This is why Balthazar doesn't really mourn people's death, because to him they're never truly dead.
They're never really gone. Yeah. Balthazar does. I mean, it's a natural part of life. It's
They
whatever.
just become more compliant. So and also
It's just become more compliant.
This is going so dark.
is the brave brother. Crick is not. So does 26, is that a crit?
That is not a crit, but it does
Okay.
hit.
All
Their
right. So
AC is 17 when they're flanked, 19 not flanked.
okay. So that is 4 points of damage because I just put the splashback on that one, and that's the one people have been wailing on.
All right, the first one then.
Yeah.
All right, the one that just dropped Durgan just got splashed. All right.
Yeah, and it'll be persistently on fire as well. So I'll throw another bomb. And, well, that's a 2, so that is not going to hit. But I think I have, like, action points or hero points or whatever they're called in this game.
Yeah, you do.
Oh,
You technically have, I have right here, Crick has 3.
Yeah, so I might as well use it. That is a 20. That's going to be a 25 to hit.
That
Or-
will hit for sure.
Another 9 points of fiery damage.
9 points. Oh, nice. Beautiful.
It's on
Was,
twice fi-
was
it's
that
on-
with your attack penalty?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? That wasn't. It'd only be a 20.
Okay, still hits them.
Right? It's -5 for.
Yeah, for the second attack. Yep.
Unless it's agile. If it has the agile trait, then it's like -4, -8.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Don't think I have anything that is agile.
Okay.
It's
Beautiful.
my way.
And then you have a third action.
I figured I took that action to get in here because.
Okay, that makes sense. I'll go with that.
Yeah, and I'm just hanging out by the entrance there, peek around, chuck some bombs. Like, oh, throw some encouraging words with my bombs to Durgan. Get up, Durgan! You've got this.
Yeah, you see me unconscious, and it's nothing that you haven't seen before, so you're not worried about it.
Yeah.
Seems to be a reoccurring theme, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Damage sponge.
You
Something
signed
like
up.
that.
You signed up for this job, bro.
You're just keeping the ground warm. That's all you're doing.
Yeah.
This really is a darker game than normal today.
Durgan,
The ground
Durgan's
warmer
just a
over here.
master of playing possum. And then when they least expect it.
He's baiting him. All right, Muriel.
All right. So there's still one of the wolves, though, that Durgan attacked that is next to me was pretty severely injured.
Yeah, that one's really
True.
bad right now.
Okay. So Muriel is going to cartwheel over the wolf that is standing next to her. So she is positioned next to that wolf, and then she is going to attack that one.
So you're moving away. So you're going to remove the flank for Scrim by moving
Yes.
more towards the one towards Durgan? Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, we were flanking that one anyway, so she shouldn't have to move to attack it.
She doesn't have to, but she wants to use her panache.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just try and use her panache.
So that is a 20
Okay.
to do that.
Yeah, you could do that.
And then that is actually a 20 to hit it as well.
Was that with whatever you get from your panache?
I don't get I only
You
get
something for panache. I just don't remember.
I get a well. So it was a 21 on that, but then the panache is that I get some extra damage.
Gotcha. Okay.
Is
So
what I
then-
get. So I
that's
don't
fine.
get an extra plus to hit. So, but it
Gotcha.
is so I hit armor class 20.
Yeah, you hit.
And then that is 10 points of damage.
Okay. And that's with your bonus from the panache?
That is.
Okay. So you drop it. What's that look like?
So Muriel cartwheeled over one of the wolves, positioning herself next to the other one, and she stabs her sword right through the rib cage of that wolf. Standing up, so she has a trigger if she reduces something, if she kills something. She takes her, I think she's using a rapier. She points it at the other wolf, and she yells at it in a menacingly way. You best get out of here. And I can, as a free action, attempt to intimidate it.
Yeah, you could try to intimidate it. Go for it. So what's your class? I'll use your class DC. Do you know what your class DC is?
No.
What's your? I think it's charisma for. Is it charisma or dexterity for the swashbuckler? Like your main attribute.
Probably Dex.
I would think that it's Dex.
Yeah, dexterity. So what's your dexterity modifier?
+4.
Okay, so it should be her class DC should be 18. 4 for proficiency, 2 plus your level, and then her ability modifier.
Okay, so this one will have the frightened. Or is there an intimidated condition? I'll give it the frightened condition.
Okay.
All right, and with that, it is Scrim's turn. The wolf you are attacking is frightened.
Attack 1, attack 2, attack 3.
Beautiful. Are you using finesse or agile weapons?
Well, yes. So here's the question. Do I need to now move in order to get to the 180 degree for my optimal flanking?
This one won't have flank because of how Paula was. It was flank, but now she's not even next to it. She was next to the other one. She pulled herself out of the flank completely. So you had you, Wolf, and her. She moved this way. So she moved away from it. So no matter where you move, you won't get a flank on this. There were 2 wolves. There's 1 now.
There's 1 left.
Yep. And nobody's within 5 feet of it.
Okay, so I'm just straight attacking.
Yep. Sorry, I made that way more difficult. There's just nobody else within 5 feet of it. Is the best way to.
That's totally fine. So first roll is a 14.
Okay, that will not hit.
Okay, second attack
one. If you're using finesse, it's -3. If it's agile, it's -4. I think.
Yeah, it's.
No, finesse lets you add your dex modifier to the attack roll instead of strength.
Is that it? Okay. So
I have light finesse. So the second attack is a 24.
Definitely hits.
-3 would be 21. So that's a hit.
Yep.
-4. But it's still a hit, but -4.
Okay, so 5 damage for that one.
Okay.
And just because there's not a whole lot I can think of to do for the third attack or third part, I'll attack again.
Okay.
17 plus 8 is 25 minus what's the
minus 8.
21
so 25 minus 8 would be 17.
So that will not hit because it's not flanked this time.
Okay.
Barely misses on that last attack.
All right.
And Balthazar, your friend Durgan is down, bleeding profusely from his wounds. And it is your turn.
Well, ain't it a good thing that when I leveled up, I picked a new spell. Little cantrip by the name of Stabilize. Positive energy shuts death's door. The target loses the dying condition, though it remains unconscious at 0 HP.
All right.
So
How long
ain't
is he
dying.
unconscious for? Does it say? Might not right there.
Doesn't say. He's just not dying anymore.
Draven can figure that out.
Well, basically until someone can heal me, or I think after
you're just not actively dying anymore.
Yeah, after a certain amount of time passes, I think I get like 1 hit point.
Yeah.
Well, once again, you're so nearly into the embrace of your god. There stands.
I think at this point,
Balthazar.
like I'm walking down the tunnel, I just keep looking over my shoulder, and my god's at the end of it there, but like she's got her arms crossed and just kind of tapping her foot and like looking at her watch.
This time, your god turns around on you, Durgan, and all of a sudden it just goes black.
Yeah, it's just like just go.
It's like a television being unplugged, like an old one, where like you see the light just go.
Yep. She's just like,
how many actions do you have left?
Your god is just like, don't worry, he'll be here any second. Just let's not even fake it this time, shall we? Hello, Durgan. Come with me. Come along now. And that is 2 actions that took to do Stabilize. So I have but 1 left. Really really all I could do is like move somewhere. I don't really have anything else to do, so I'm gonna hang where I'm at.
Okay, no problem. All right, it is now the last wolf's turn. It is going to continue its attacks on Scrim. That is a 23 to hit.
Ouch! Ah!
And that will be for 8 points of piercing damage.
Eee.
Plus, this is something I actually forgot the last few times. Plus 5 points of acid damage.
Oh shit!
So that's its first attack.
Okay.
Oh, dang.
It then
good to hear.
tears at you, just like before, for 8 points of slashing damage and 1 persistent damage. Not to mention, I forgot last time you should have, or I should give you another piercing. Or not piercing.
And that's with like the fear condition and everything.
Oh yeah, it's got that fear
He
condition.
still would have hit with the -1. So good
Oh.
call there. But yeah, it's still.
Damn.
Scrim yells out "Crick" as he falls down to the ground, very much unconscious. How does death work in this game, Jurgen, Draven? Because I'm at -9 right now.
Okay, so there's no negative hit points, so you're at 0, but you have dying 1, right? Because it wasn't a critical hit that dropped you; it was just a normal hit, right? Yeah. So you're dying 1. Your initiative changes to basically right before theirs. So,
Like that rule a lot.
yeah. So basically, it would go like you and then me,
Okay.
sort of thing. I think that's the way we've always done it. Each round, you get to make a recovery check if no one stabilizes you.
Okay.
It's a flat check, DC 10 plus your dying value, so it'd start off at 11. And a flat check is just a D20 roll. There's no adds, no penalties, nothing like that.
Okay.
If you succeed, you reduce your dying value by 1, so it would take you to 0, and you'd be stabilized. If you critically succeed, you reduce it by 2, but you'd still be at 0 and unconscious. If you fail, it
Drops
increases
by
by 1, and if you critically fail, it increases by 2.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And
just
dying 4 is dead.
Dying 4 is dead. If you do receive healing, you then, like if you're stabilized, you remove the dying condition, but then you have a wounded number. So right now I have wounded 1.
Okay.
So if I get knocked unconscious again, which is very likely to happen because I'm taking persistent damage and I'm at 0 hit points, I would add dying 1 to my wounded 1, and that would count towards getting to dying 4. So I would start off basically at 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you're stabilized, that doesn't remove the persistent damage either, does it?
No, you take the damage and then you make a flat check against DC 15.
And on your turn is when the persistent damage happens, correct?
Yep.
So technically, you just took that persistent damage before that attack, because your turn was before the wolf.
Right. So
Yep.
yeah. So
you're dying 2 now, correct?
Right, but I get to make a flat check to see if I
Well, you're not but you're not dying anymore.
You stabilized him, but then he takes
the
persistent
damage was still there.
of acid.
And that automatically drops you back down to dying?
Yep.
Oh, well if I'd known that, I would have just healed you.
Oh, that's all right. Do that next turn.
Damn.
I rolled a 16, so I'm not taking any more of it.
Okay. Or that stops the ongoing.
Of the
Okay.
dying part. So he's stabilized.
Yeah. So I'm
Still taking persistent damage, though.
I'm still no.
No,
No.
other way around, I
That's the other way around.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I was already stable. That's the persistent damage. So I'm dying 2 now, technically. But I'm not taking any more persistent damage. That stopped.
So now if I stabilize you, it'll stick.
So
Right.
how does that remove the persistent damage?
Because whenever you take persistent damage, you get to make a flat DC 15 check for it to stop,
Oh.
for it to end.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
And I
Just
rolled a
automatic
16.
a free roll for it.
Yeah, I got, but you
So
have to roll
then
15 or higher on a
15.
D20.
Yeah.
So technically, Scrim has to make that too, because he was supposed to take persistent damage last time.
Yep.
So give me a roll for your first set of persistent damage. And that doesn't stack either, does it?
What do I add to this? Nothing.
Nothing.
It's
Nothing.
flat.
It's just
Yeah.
a straight roll. Yeah.
So
Now,
this-
someone can help you. Like if an ally takes 2 actions to help you, it reduces the flat DC from 15 to 10.
That's actually huge.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't add my con.
No.
It's just, okay, so
It's just a straight D20 roll.
I got a 6.
All right, so
No
you'll
dice.
still have it then.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So it's the wolf's turn. It still has. That was its first attack that it did on Scrim,
Right.
and then the tear action is what dropped you. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
So that was 2 actions. It's got a third action. It
Shit.
will move over to Muriel, and that's it. That's the end of its turn. It is now Crick's turn. Muted.
All right. Crick will run in to Scrim, grab him by the collar, and then drag him back. I believe that's 2 actions, right?
Yeah. Because you're interacting and you're moving.
Can I also use one of my infusions to put a healing potion down his throat?
Yeah, if it's single action.
Down his throat.
Yes.
Oh, so you could.
Just the whole thing.
So is that a single action to do your thing?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
You should have like one little arrow next to it.
I think you have quick draw, don't you, for your
Oh yeah, didn't you get that?
alchemical? I don't know if that applies to just your bombs though.
I think that's just the bombs.
So if you didn't want to pull him out of the, he's not within 5 feet anymore because the wolf moved. So if you just wanted to move over and do your potion thing, you could do that too.
Yeah, it would take like 3
I will
actions just to drag him.
him out and get the potion ready
Okay.
to give to him the next round.
Okay. So you move him over to the mouth of the cave.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That's your turn, and it is now Muriel's turn.
So I am going to I can't think of anything cool to do before this attack.
Stabbing is cool.
Stabbing is very cool.
Yeah.
All your friends are doing it.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm going to stab for my second attack, or my second action. My first action, I'm going to, I don't know, jump over the wolf and try and attack it from the other side.
From behind.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a 20.
That will give you your bonus damage.
So then attacking it. Ooh. You know, times are tough right now, so I'm gonna re-roll that and
Hero
use
point?
a hero point.
You have one more left.
So that went much better. So that is a 25.
That'll hit.
So just to cut in for a second, when you have panache, it doesn't go away each round.
Oh, I thought it went away every round.
No, because it says like when the encounter ends, you lose it.
Oh.
So it always applies.
Oh, well.
Well, yeah,
Here we
because
go.
then you can use the finishers, right, which cause you to lose panache.
Yes, which I did last time, actually.
Okay.
Oh, well. in
So
this case, then.
technically,
Okay, then,
I guess
yeah,
I would have had
okay.
to do it anyway. But that is good to know.
All right. So
Thank
the
you.
first roll was a 20. That would have hit. No matter what your bonus was.
Well, the 20, that was to get panache. The
Yeah, so I'll just use
25
that
was
roll.
to hit.
I know, but you had already. I was just going to say just use that roll for your first hit and then use that other one for your second hit if you wanted.
No, because I'm
But
going
you
to
did
do a
have to get
finisher.
panache back, right?
No, I did have to get panache back because I did a
Right,
finisher
exactly.
last time. Now I'm going to use my last 2 actions.
Okay.
They're going to look like one, so it's 1 attack plus the finisher.
Okay.
So then that is 13 points of damage to
Okay.
that wolf.
All right. And then you're doing a finisher now?
No, that's all together.
Oh, okay.
It just, the finisher gives me an extra 2d6 of
Gotcha.
damage.
Okay. All right. And Balthazar, it's your turn.
All right.
So you see me like gurgling on my, like choking on blood again.
Like, oh, it didn't. It
You see the
didn't
acid bubbling on his skin still.
It didn't quite take. Okay, then I'm just gonna do good old fashioned. Let's get you up, my dude. Where is it? Buzz, you siphon off. No, not that one. Where's the one I've been using to save
It's been
you
like
this whole time?
Mind Link or something.
Spirit Link.
Yeah.
Link. Balthazar suddenly appears in your mind again. It's like, I was literally just here. What are you doing? Come on, let's get out of here. Oh, and by the way, take this. And Spirit, like fantasy Balthazar in your mind, like reaches into his own chest and pulls out a piece of his heart and gives it to you.
Just shoves it into my spiritual chest.
Yeah, like your spirit breaks your spiritual rib cage. It's like, yeah, you're all better now. So Spirit Balthazar is going to take 2 points of damage and give you 2.
Okay, perfect. So
which will be ongoing. I always forget how this one works.
I think you can maintain it.
Yes. If it's below maximum, it regains 2 hit points, or the difference between its current and maximum hit points if that's lower. Where's the duration? Yeah, so I can keep this going for 10 minutes if I want. On my turn every time, I can just keep doing this. So, but yeah, for right now, 2 hit points for you, and I will deduct 2 from myself, and that is 2 actions. And I really don't have anything I can do with that third one, so yeah, I don't feel a need to put myself in any further danger or anything, so I'm gonna hang.
All right.
Yep, I'm all
Durgan.
Okay, I'm gonna get up. So there's only one wolf left, right?
Correct.
But Scrim is down.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna get up as one action. I'm gonna move over to Scrim as one action.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use my battle medicine as my third action.
Okay.
So I'll use that. It doesn't remove his wounded condition, unfortunately. Like normally, the regular art of combat one that takes 10 minutes to do would, but it will still at least get him conscious again.
Okay. Does that do anything for his persistent damage or no?
It does not. No.
Okay.
But it's like I'm rolling 2d8, so.
Right.
Okay, and that succeeds. Yeah, that's an 18 total on my medicine.
Okay. So how many hit points?
2d8. 14.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Boom.
So with that, sorry, go ahead, Scrim.
Well, I was going to ask. So now, what levels am I at with dying and wounded? What am I at?
So it was no dying, wounded 1.
Wounded 1. Okay.
And what wounded 1 means is when you get dropped, you'll start at dying 2.
Yeah, you'll
That's
add
what
the
the
2.
wounded condition means.
Yeah.
But
So
persistence is still there.
if you get the persistence still there, but if you get dropped, if you're like wounded 3 and you get knocked unconscious, you're just out. You're done. That's it.
Yeah. All right. So it is your turn. So take off 1 hit point from the persistent acid. And
Okay.
it is now your turn, Scrim. You are laying down on the ground.
Make your flat check first, just because as soon as you take the damage, that's when you roll it.
Oh, yeah, right. Indeed. D20. Come on. 4.
Are you using a virtual
Yeah.
website? They always do that to you people when you're taking damage. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. I rolled a 20 for the first attack, though. But all right. So I failed that one.
Okay. Now,
I can see what's going on and who's still up and who's down.
Yep. So you're the only one down. You could get up as an action, and you could move into flanking position with your second action if you wanted to.
There's one left.
Yes.
All right, I'll do that.
And it's hurt pretty bad.
I will get up, move into flanking, and then try to get that attack.
Beautiful. So its AC is 17.
So I got a 15 plus 8 is 23.
Okay. Hits.
Damage is 9 total.
Are you doubling? Are you doubling? You double every? Oh no, it wasn't a crit, was it? Never mind. I'm sorry. I was thinking something else. Yeah.
Damage, but I just didn't.
Yeah.
So 9 total.
Dave's over there like, just double the damage. It's all double damage.
No, I thought he got a crit for some reason. It's been a long day.
So you slash it open. It's like there's just tons of blood coming out of this thing at this point, but it is still alive, barely hanging on. You can tell it's struggling. It is its turn. It is going to attack. Let's go after Marielle again, because that's where his focus was last time, and she hurt him pretty bad before. So that is going to be 18. Does that hit?
Sure does not.
Okay. I will spend a villain point. We will re-roll this bad boy.
Of course you will.
Well, yeah, I got to use these up, right? At some point.
Better he uses them now than like with the final encounter.
I mean, that's probably true.
So that's a 24.
Okay.
That is going to be 11 points of piercing damage. 6 points of acid damage. So 17 total.
Okay.
That was its first action. Its second action is to tear at you for 5 points of slashing damage, and you're going to be persistent 1 acid damage moving forward.
Okay.
Concern.
And its last action is to attack you with a -5. So that's 21. Yikes, that's a lot. Okay, so that's 9 points of piercing damage and 6 points of acid damage.
You good?
I mean, like,
How you
define
feeling, sis?
good. You know, like, I'm good in the sense that I feel confident in this party to, band together and rescue me. But right now, I don't really feel a whole heck of a lot of anything else.
It is Crick's turn, by the way.
Yeah. Is that feeling coming from being on your feet or your back?
That is definitely, like, right on my back.
Oh,
Okay.
you are dropped.
It could be on your face as well. Your choice. Or your side.
You
There's
did
so many
did
ways-
like 30
I get
points of
that,
damage.
but I didn't know. You never told me which point was when you dropped. Did you drop from the second action or the third action?
Oh no. I
Was
was
the
still
last one?
going I was going okay after the second one. Well, it was questionable, but when you said I'm only gonna attack at a -5, that was the point at which things went awry.
Ah, okay.
So
Well, I believe Durgan is right next to me right now. So I have this healing potion in my hand. So I'm going to hop up and hook my hand into it, the top of his breastplate, the collar, and kind of monkey swing up to feed him the potion because it's the only way I'm going to be able to reach. So take 2 points of 2 hit points back. And you have a +1 to save versus disease and poison for the next 10 minutes or something. And
Thank you.
As I kind of swing away from him and hit the ground, I'm going to fling out a potion. Oh, that's not going to hit, or a firebomb, which that's a natural 1.
Uh-oh.
So
With a firebomb? Natural 1 with a firebomb?
Yep.
Cool.
All right, you got a 50% chance that it's at your feet.
Nice.
And then who did you just
Not
give the potion
really.
to? Durgan?
Yeah.
So the other, if it's not your feet, it's going to be Durgan's feet.
Oh, well, it's almost the same thing, but okay.
So
they're
it is your
basically right
feet.
next to each other.
It is your feet.
He basically just dropped down from me. I don't think he.
Yeah, he basically jumped on his own bomb.
Yeah. No, it actually fell out of his pouch.
So just roll your own damage for yourself, and then that was your.
That'll be 4, and I will focus the splash on myself.
And can you do that on a natural 1? I mean, not that I want to take the damage, but
Oh, he'll take it all. It's only.
He inadvertently dives on top of it, somehow covering up the entire.
I'll never
The
forget the
entire
time
bomb.
you took that grenade that you
fell on
yourself threw.
You fell on the grenade like a well-trained Marine.
But
Yeah.
On the plus side, I do take one less point of damage because I'm a char hide. Because this is not the first time I've fallen on my own alchemist firebombs.
That's not the first time in this campaign.
Yeah, you're not
At one
born
time
a
you fell in a-
hide. You
Oh,
earn
fairness,
it.
that was wait.
You
a
fell in a
minute,
beehive
no.
that one time.
The last time was the beehive you jumped on, but the time before that was his own firebomb.
Yes, it was. With that, I'm actually out of bombs.
Crick
What?
says to the world, you can't hurt me as much as I can hurt me.
Yeah.
That's almost
Well,
like
I like
Balthazar,
it
who
too.
dealt most damage to himself.
It's like Crick
Yeah.
forgot to take inventory or something like that and
Well, I
didn't
like-
realize.
I only get so many. Oh wait a minute. You know what? Oh, that's my infusions. But I do have a couple bombs.
I am willing to bet that if you run the numbers, I have hurt myself more than I have been hurt by anything else in this campaign. So far.
100%. Yep.
Yeah, I think almost all the damage you've taken is
Has been from me.
Yeah.
Rick and Balthazar have hurt themselves more than been hurt by something else.
Yeah, no doubt.
So their AC is a 19, right?
Yes.
And that is an 18. So I just missed. So it'll take one splash.
Do you want to use a hero point?
I'm actually out of hero points. I think you had me at higher because I've been
I have
tracking.
you at 3.
Yeah, I had me at 1. I roll really badly, so I've been spending them.
Okay. So you have 0 now?
Yeah, I'm down to 0 now.
Okay.
But it'll still take 1 point of fire damage.
All right. For the guy, the wolf?
Yeah, the wolf.
All right.
Not Durgan.
All right. Beautiful. And Balthazar, it is your turn.
All right, we got one really messed up looking wolf.
Oh, yeah. It's teetering.
Cool.
And it's frightened.
And it's frightened. Let's go scare the shit out of it. We're gonna do a little move Balthazar calls Pet the Puppy.
What does that frighten do? Does that help us hit it all?
No, it does help it not hit you, though.
Yeah,
it gets
Well-
negative to like everything.
Does it
Each
still-
round that decreases by 1 though, so
Yeah,
it was only
so-
frightened 1.
That's true. So
Yeah, I
actually
was
it's
going to
not
say,
frightened
and would it still be frightened
No,
if
not
I was
anymore.
the one who
Not anymore.
frightened it and now I'm dead
No.
on the ground,
It
bleeding
doesn't matter
everywhere?
if you're dead or not.
I'm the
Yeah.
one that frightened it.
It goes down by 1 each round.
Yeah, and that was 2 rounds ago, so you're right.
Yeah. When I say pet the puppy, I mean smash it
touch?
over the head with a mace.
Oh, okay. Weapon time.
Or should I actually just use the spell? Let me see. Chill touch. That's more likely to hit. So yeah. Run over and pet the puppy. Summon a big ghostly hand to crush its head. So that is, yeah, that's a +7 on my spell attack. So
All
let's see. I have to, where the fuck are my clicky clackies?
Dice help. Are they shiny
Yeah.
math rocks?
They are shiny math. They are, in fact, real authentic shiny math rocks. Oh, that's an 18 on the die, +7, 25.
That'll hit.
All right, so that is this an undead creature or a living creature?
No, living.
Living. Okay, so it's a D4 plus my spellcasting modifier. The D4 is hidden at the bottom of this box. Of course, it's a 1. 1. It also must attempt a basic fortitude save.
How much damage total?
1 plus my spellcasting modifier. Yeah, which is 3. So 4 damage.
So you killed it. You crushed its
Oh,
head
sweet.
still.
With a big spectral hand.
It fails its fortitude save because, it doesn't have one now.
Because it's very low on
And it
fortitude
is
now that it
dead.
doesn't have a head.
All right.
This was definitely a of mice and men Lenny moment right now. Balthazar actually wanted to pet it and just crushed its head. Oh.
So so the combat's over. It's all dead. Bill, give me a flat 15 check for your persistent.
Come on. Nope. 9.
All right. So you will still take that periodically unless somebody does something for you to
Okay.
remove that.
Oh, and Durgan gets another 2 hit points from me.
Does
No,
magical
thank
healing
you.
remove it?
No,
I think
but
as long
like
as
so
I maintain it.
for the persistent, just as long as someone spends 2 actions to help him, it drops the DC down to 10. So
He could even do it to himself. So
yeah, I think a lot of them have a built-in like maximum duration. I don't know if it lists it in.
Nope. It just says persistent 1. It
Okay.
doesn't say how long. Okay, so you guys are in the cave. Let me share my screen with you.
Well, I'm gonna go and heal Muriel, but she's
Do your
probably
thing.
gonna have to make 1 recovery check first.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm still dead.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna give Durgan 2 more hit points though, and then dismiss the spell. So take those, Durgan.
All right, thank you.
Take
So I
another little
rolled
piece of my heart.
I rolled a 10.
That's not
The
good enough.
DC was 11. Yeah, so you're at dying 2 now. But then I can do medicine on you. And that was a natural 20, so that's gonna get you 4d8 back. And you're wounded 1 for now. So 10, 21 damage healed.
All right.
Pretty good.
What's your max?
26.
Okay, because once you reach your max hit points as well, if you're healed to full, your wounded condition goes away. Or if we wait an hour, I can do the actual medicine, like the out of combat medicine skill, which takes 10 minutes, and then that will remove your dying or your wounded condition as well.
Okay.
So what's in this den other than dead gross?
3 dead wolves and a pool, it looks like. A pool. A little, like, pond or something.
Of black liquid or something like that?
It looks like it has, like, oil. Like, it's like regular water, but has, like, an oily look to it. To the top. So, like,
examine it.
Okay. Give me a nature or occult check.
Ooh, these are things that I can do. Let's see. That's a 15 on the die, so that's a good place to start. We're not going to do nature. So occultism, that brings it up to a 23.
Okay. So you can tell that this water is tainted by something unnatural.
All right.
What if we light the oil on fire?
Yes,
Well, before we do that,
correct.
can I use this cantrip thingy to detect magic?
Yeah, go for it.
You have
Do
spells.
that.
So you're doing like a detect magic, you said?
Yeah, on the pool to see if it radiates any kind of.
It doesn't seem to. To you, after you do that, you feel like it's probably some kind of alchemical. It's a chemical of some sort, not something magical.
Okay, so someone's dumping some stuff in here to make the wolves. Probably the person that's like jacking people up on mutagen. I guess.
Now, Paula, you wanted to try and light it on fire?
Oh, I didn't say I was going to. I just think that seems like a good idea to burn off the. I don't know. My thought is that you'd burn off the oil, right? And then maybe we'd be able to get to. I don't know. There's got to be something in this cave, right?
I want to be outside the cave if people are going to start setting unknown chemicals on fire.
What level are you guys? 2?
I agree.
Okay. Okay, I was just curious. So are you guys lighting it on fire?
Going outside.
No.
Standing. I'll stand right
Nobody's
with you as
lighting
you
it
light
on fire. I haven't heard anyone say they're lighting it on fire.
Well, wait a minute. Did Muriel suggest lighting it on fire?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, 100%.
Okay. Crick will always go with that option and begins lighting it on fire.
Right, so I bolt for the exit.
Let's see what. I mean, we can see what else is in the cave, but I'm just saying.
So you guys,
Why not?
Muriel, give me a perception check as you look around the cave.
I think I'm perceptive. Oh, there it is. That is a 26.
So there's a pool with an oily substance on the top of the water.
Okay. All right. Cool. I think we should light it on fire,
Light it
Crick.
on fire.
There's no way you even get a chance to say that a second time.
So who's in the cave and who's outside? It sounds like Scrim and Durgan definitely exited.
Yes.
The other three of you stayed in the cave with the fire?
Scream just
I wanna
sees his
see what
brother get
happens.
that look in his eye and goes, "Oh no!"
Yeah.
That's a fire face.
What's gonna
Yeah,
happen?
I mean, I'm not going to stand directly next to the pool, you know? Like, maybe I should stand back just a little bit, but, like...
Yeah. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
I'm wounded too, so yeah, I'm not taking any chances. If
I
I
did-
critically fail a save, then that's it. I'm dead.
I did not become a charred hide goblin by taking necessary precautions.
So how are you lighting it on fire, Crick?
You know what? I'm gonna grab one of my alchemist bombs.
Yep.
And is there any like rocks sticking out?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just gonna slam it down.
How far away from it are you when you do this?
I'm at the edge, like, maybe 5 foot away.
You're
Maybe
throwing
standing right at the edge.
Okay.
Because he wants to
Where-
make sure he gets it.
Yeah.
It was
Where's
good.
everybody else standing? Balthazar, are you like right next to him? Are you in the back
The fact
of the
that
cave?
you're like asking these really specific questions.
I
about
just
where
wanna
I'm
know where
standing
everyone
leads
is
me to
specifically.
believe that this is a bad idea. Screw it. I'm just gonna be like right behind. I wanted Balthazar wants to see. He's curious, and he's like standing right behind Crick.
What about Marielle? Where are you?
Yeah, I'm standing, like, right next to
Okay.
Balthazar, probably.
We are totally
like,
just being like, bring it
So-
on, Juice.
we're
What do
we're
you
just
got?
like we're a couple
Yeah.
feet behind him,
Yeah, no
right?
problem.
We're not in the
So,
oil. It's
Real
fine.
simple. So, everybody, what is your class DC, Dave?
My DC is, I want to say it's 18. Yeah, 18.
Okay, so everybody, including you, give me a reflex save.
Okay.
As the rock explodes this alchemist bomb, the oily substance catches on fire and blasts out in a 13-foot radius of
Like
flame.
that?
That's a 27. I'm used to making these.
Yeah,
kinds
you're
of-
Oh,
good. You
yeah.
dodge out of the way.
I got a 26. I can reflex everything.
15?
So how much damage would that do, Dave?
They only do a die 8.
To roll a die 8, and Balthazar, you take... Now you might be close to taking damage from somebody other than yourself.
Oh boy.
7.
Oh, awesome.
So you guys outside of the cave feel the heat come blasting out the entrance. Almost like if you're at a concert and there's huge flames of like pyro off the stage and you're like 20 feet back.
You hear Balthazar
feel
go,
it.
oh! Sorry. That was stupid.
So if we made the save, is it none or half?
None. That's fine. We'll say none. It's not
Okay.
important.
Okay.
It's not important for this right now. All right.
So the real question is, though, did it burn off all the oil? Or
So no, there's some oil that's down permeating in the water. This is a very strong amount in this water.
okay, so we can't like see through the water or see anything cool now or anything.
No, it's actually pretty shallow.
Oh, okay.
Madam Muriel, that was a great idea. It just didn't get all of it. There's some at the bottom. It's too much water.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good try, right?
Yeah, and we probably shouldn't touch the water either.
But it was kind of cool.
Everybody gets 200 XP, by the way.
It was super cool. But also, I think I burned off my eyebrows.
Well, you didn't like those anyway too much, did you?
Not particularly, no. They drew attention to my lack of one eye.
They framed it perfect.
Yeah, we should find you a new eye for that.
Yes, As in, like, borrow one from another body, or like put like a wooden eye in, or a glass eye, or something like that.
Well, like, what are you thinking? What would be your preference?
Oh,
I could draw an eye on like a little piece of wood or something like that. But like I don't.
That feels like it would be very scratchy inside my eye hole.
I feel like you. I feel like you would just like, as you're discussing this, just rip the eye out of one of the wolves and try that.
They
don't have eyes. That's the problem.
Otherwise, we do that.
Otherwise,
well, do they actually not have eyes, or are their eyelids just permanently closed?
It says no eyes.
Okay.
The one animal we can't steal an eye from.
The mother wolf might have an eyeball, though. You guys haven't really.
Oh, I always wanted a mommy wolf eye.
It's like a rotting eye too. It's perfect for you.
Oh,
Let's go look.
Rip it out.
Torch.
There's also the wolf that was not in the cave, that was between the bushes, that has now burned.
I'm going to set these wolves on fire with a torch.
Okay. Before or after he goes looking for an eyeball?
Crick, could you check for eyes first?
I will check for eyes as I do it. We probably shouldn't leave this around. If things eat them, they might get infected and mutate too. And maybe we should close off this cave so other animals don't come in here and get infected.
It's good. It's good to think of nature.
No, I just don't want to get attacked by any more mutant fleas.
Also true.
Does it look like the stuff is coming up, like seeping into the water from the ground, or does it look like it's just...
If you want to give me a nature or occult check, you can try. You going back in the cave to inspect it again?
Well, yeah, once it's been, like, there's no second explosion, so I figure that we're probably good to go.
You go in and check in, and nobody's dead.
How much XP should we have in total right now?
I have 240.
240.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, because it resets.
Yeah. Sure.
So what was it, nature or
occult?
Yeah, I'll go with nature. So
Beat a 20.
Oh no, okay. I only get +1, so I got an 18, but that's not enough.
Gotcha.
So I'll pose the question to others who may be more versed in that subject.
What was the question?
If it looks like the chemicals are seeping into like the little pool of water from the ground, like if it's leaching from the soil, or if it's just a pool of liquid that was there. Like if you can find a source for where it's coming from.
Yeah, like is it dripping through the cave wall or something like that?
Yeah, just something.
So Crick already threw out his theory. It's the lady that's hopping everybody up on mutagen. Dumped it in.
Yeah.
I have nothing to back that up. Just but he will say with confidence.
That's all that matters.
If I kind of like
panache,
take a stick and like stir it into this water or whatever, is it just like really stagnant water, or?
I mean, it's like a natural pool of water. There's water coming in from somewhere. It's not like it seeped in through the ceiling. It doesn't look like it came down.
Okay, so it's not like dripping down the wall or anything like that.
It's just a pool of water. It probably comes up from underground.
But we can definitely tell that this oil is like just on the top. Like
it's not just on the top.
It's not.
It's all throughout it.
So it's got to be coming up from underneath then, the oil. Like maybe somebody dumped something somewhere else and it's like seeping into here.
And we find like the Exxon Valdez like oil spill of this forest or something. Like, is someone polluting this area?
Well, we should
We
should get that ranger to come have a look because this was.
It's big pharma.
It's big pharma, man.
No, the wolves. We just needed to hit them with some dawn.
That's why all they can grow is turnips. Because Monsanto is coming.
And the true villain of the story has
in
emerged.
The end.
Did I use a crafting check to kind of like determine the nature of the substance?
Yeah, go for it.
While he's doing that, I'm going to go find the ranger. See if bring her back.
Ooh. These Nerdarchy dice are on fire. That's a 27.
You're going all the way back to the city?
You definitely know that this is mutagenic.
No, she was just around. We she came with us. She just didn't come into the.
Oh,
And you
Clearing
know
house.
that
forgot that.
drinking it would cause some changes at a terrible price. And looking at the wolves, you can see what that terrible price might be.
Yeah. So it being a mutagen, do I think like it's, it would have to be concentrated as in like more like something where it would be poured in, not as opposed to seeping up through the ground.
So you could discern that it wasn't poured necessarily into this pool. It might be a source elsewhere.
Okay.
But it could seep in, through the ground coming from somewhere else.
I want to go climb up to the top of the hill where this cave is.
Above it. Okay.
Yeah,
there are
was
trees
this-
everywhere. So looking at the map, for example.
Was this cave a low point in relationship to the land around it? Or
Not necessarily. I mean, the cave goes underground. It's underneath trees, but you can see like all around. This is there's just trees everywhere.
Where
It's hard to see through the trees, is what I'm getting at.
so did Crick leave the cave?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he
okay.
left it and climbed as high as he could. But this is a very densely populated forest.
Also, where is this cave in conjunction to the other caves that we were in?
It's not even close.
Okay. So it's not even like the water is connected somehow.
Correct.
Oh, we might have to burn this whole forest down.
Okay.
Burn the whole forest down. I love
Cycles of life and death, reborn
All
from
right.
fire, all that. I'm fine with it.
it. Anything else you want to do at this location?
I'm just searching up top to see if there's any signs where someone's like dumping something.
You see smoke coming from the direction you guys originally came from with Noala.
Oh,
Oh,
That's
that
ominous.
doesn't seem good.
Like the town?
I mean, not quite at the town, but like maybe a quarter mile from where you guys came from.
I should check that out.
Well, I was making my way towards her.
Well,
So is
with
everyone making their way back towards
Yeah, no,
where
that
Noala
seems
left?
bad. Yeah, we should do that.
Okay. So you start making your way through the woods, heading back there. And with that, we'll take a 5-minute break. We will be right back.
Aye.
All right, we are back. They are alive. They are walking through the forest back towards Noala. And Noala is the druid who brought them here in the first place. There's a smell of smoke.
She's
and,
a druid?
Rot.
We call her a ranger. She really
she was
druid?
a ranger.
No, you're right.
Oh.
You're right. You're right.
Oh,
She was the
we
ranger.
were like,
I thought maybe you were
gosh.
like giving away her secret
No,
class.
there was no secret to give away. So you smell like some rot and burnt meat and matted like wet fur and just this weird smell, like mixture of smell and stench. And as you break through the
right.
trees,
She said she was going to burn the...
you see Noala with a bonfire of two wolf carcasses in the fire. Yeah, I caught a couple stragglers.
Do they have eyes?
They have eyes, yes. Why?
Could I have one?
And by the way, Noala looks like this.
Hey, babe. What's
Yeah.
up?
Really cool green gem in her forehead.
Do they have eyes?
Right now they have nothing. They're dying. You did find an eye from the mother's corpse, though.
All right.
It's a little bit shriveled and dry, but you know
It was just kind of like freely floating in my socket.
Yeah, it's probably like looking off to the side more. Not that you can see through it anyway.
Not that I can tell. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't tell.
I feel like I've seen that you can get like a salve for that or something. You know? I feel like we could pick something up.
You look like you've been eating dead wolf corpse.
I'm just preparing for when Balthazar eventually looks like this and everything. After everything finally falls off.
So Noala sees Balthazar's eye and says, "Oh, your eye grew back or something?"
I borrowed it
Oh.
from a wolf.
So what did you guys find? Anything good?
Wolves. More wolves.
Yeah.
So we're all like pretty beat up almost. So,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, yeah, you could say we found the wolves.
Did you discover anything or come have a
Well-
seat?
We discovered the tainted water, the source of the problem.
Yeah, we think you should take a look at it. It might be something to do with why you're here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we could do that here in a moment.
We blew it up also.
Didn't really work.
How'd you
Well-
blow up water?
No, so we need to specify. There's some sort of like oil mixture in with the water. And see, I had this theory that maybe we could just burn off the oil, but that theory sort of backfired on us, literally and figuratively speaking.
Oh, I mean, it looks like Balthazar got singed, and maybe Crick over there definitely
Yeah.
took some
No
singeing.
more eyebrows.
Scrim, you been burned too?
Scrim has been poisoned and bitten and rended. Flesh is missing from Scrim.
Yeah, you look like you've been bit. Like
Scrim-
like a wolf tore some skin off you.
Some kinds of prayers from human gods.
Let me see if she's able to do anything.
There were also some nasty plants.
Plants.
Oh, yes. Angry bushes.
They did not like us very much.
I don't have any stats on her, so I don't know.
That just means you can make it up.
That's true. How does the medicine check? She's willing to do the same medicine check that our paladin friend here can do.
So
Or, I'm sorry, our champion can do.
So it's been used on. I've used it on Scrim and Muriel. So there has to be an hour between them.
Okay.
Between the checks.
Then yeah, she won't do it then.
Yeah.
She could do it on Balthazar.
She could do it on Balthazar. It hasn't been used
Hey,
on
babe.
me, so I could definitely use it, and that would remove my
Okay.
wounded too, which
Why-
would also be nice to get rid of.
Yeah, why don't you do that then? Do it for Balthazar too, and we'll just say that she did it to Balthazar, but you just do that real quick.
Okay. Yep. So Balthazar gets 9 back.
Oh, that puts me all the way back at topped up. Thank you.
Okay, and then I guess technically against myself.
Oh wait, no, not all the way. Close, but not quite.
Yeah. And
So
then I get.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I get 9 as well,
Okay.
using the medicine skills, and then my wounded 2 goes away.
Awesome.
I am down 4.
Okay. I'll use that on you.
So she asks you. So you guys think the water?
Yeah,
source,
you get it all back.
You think the water source then is contaminated? And causing
Yeah,
this?
we know it's contaminated.
Do you think it's causing this problem?
It's tainted with a mutagen.
Sounds like that could definitely be what's been causing all this.
Yeah, that lady was hopping up the bully in town on mutagen. So,
Well, if you want to go take a look, I'm just gonna rest.
She tells you she's like, well, I mean, I can go look if you guys want to sit here around the fire and make sure no more wolves stumble through here.
Yes.
That would be nice. We're all rather tired
All right.
and singed and cut and bleeding in places.
She
We
kind of
could all
hobbles
use
off.
a little bit of a granola bar, maybe.
She hobbles off. She's gone for about an hour, and then you kind of see that she comes stumbling back through. She's like, yeah, I mean, I'm not able to discern much from anything different than what you guys said. I do think there is another part of the woods. It's about a 1-day journey from here that definitely has more rivers and stuff. And I think maybe that could be the source of this. I don't know. Would you guys want to check that out?
If can heal, then yes.
Yeah, I mean, it would take a day, so whatever you need to do, I mean, we could rest like overnight and then probably arrive there tomorrow if you want, like set up camp halfway there.
I'll do another round of healing checks. I'll just put the results in the chat thing there for everyone.
As long
Perfect.
as it's more than 2, all good.
Assuming so, she will, kind of grab her things that she had left right here with you guys and say, well, I don't see why we should wait. Let's start traveling.
Well, I think we want to be healed to full before we head out.
Okay.
Are we like forgetting something, fam? Like, is there something we need to be doing back in town before we go gallivant off a day's ride away from Plaguestone? Or not Plaguestone?
I think we're just trying to figure out the source of the corruption. Like, I think that's why we came out here initially.
Right.
And we also think it might be connected to.
You want to head back to town?
And
I'm just trying to
working with.
Just trying to think if there's anything else we were forgetting that we had to do back there.
So
The whatever crappy law enforcement guy has what's his face chained up in a barn, but I don't think we needed to be back there for that yet.
Yeah, there wasn't anything that I think we had there because we had a couple places that the ranger wanted to show us. This was one of them.
There's that, and the was the mutagen drug dealer, that half-elf druid, or the daughter of the druid.
Yeah.
We were looking for her too, but we didn't have any leads.
All right. Well, then off we go.
So do you guys want to head back into town? What would you guys like to do?
I think we may as well just go to the next location.
Yeah. I think once we're healed up.
It would take a full day to even get there, so you would camp still before you'd ever get there.
Yeah, and with heal checks every hour or so along the way, we should all get back up to full.
Yeah, I wouldn't even bother rolling them.
Yeah.
We'll get it.
All right. So you start walking after about 6 hours. She tells you this seems like a good spot to camp. You're still in some woods. It does seem like the trees in this area seem normal, like natural and healthy for the most part. They don't seem like the ones you were at before. In fact, once you got about an hour out, the trees seemed more healthy. Now, with that, you guys set up camp. It is getting a little dark. You're able to get a nice little fire going. Tell little fireside horror stories and stuff as it gets dark.
Who wants to hear about my tea party?
I do.
So, do you guys want to know how I found out I could bring people back from the dead?
Oh, this sounds like a wonderful story.
It's sort of normal. Sister, we try to avoid the topic of my upbringing. I feel like most of the time. I don't know if it makes you uncomfortable to think about, but it really wasn't that bad, honestly. I spent most of the time by myself in the woods, and when I was lonely, I would just find dead things, and then I would touch them, and they would get up and dance around, and then I wasn't lonely anymore. And it was nice because the dead things that I brought back were, to borrow a phrase from the meta, very compliant. They never tried to hurt me or rude to me or mean to me. They just did what I asked, and I never asked them to do anything bad. I just wanted them to have fun, so they would like dance and play and stuff. It was very nice. It got a lot more complicated once I met people like you, who like have their own things in mind and are sometimes mean and rude and discourteous, and I'm still trying to figure out how those work. I don't quite understand. But I think that's why I found you, sister, because now you can teach me these things that I could not learn in the woods with only dead things to talk to. So I think that's why the god of death who created me has brought us back together so that I can learn about the living. That's what I believe. Yes.
Well, I think that seems like an interestingly optimistic take on your upbringing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I am interestingly optimistic. Yes.
So you didn't grow up with any uncles, aunts, siblings, mothers, fathers, cousins?
Nope.
Like, I mean, without like at least 30 goblins around you at all times, it seems very lonely.
It was kind of lonely, but I had dead things to hang out with. But then one night I was sleeping and I woke up in the middle of the night, and there were all of these dead deer standing over me, which was frightening not because they're dead deer, but because I didn't summon them, of course. They were just already there. And the dead deer told me to follow them, and I did. And I followed them to a clearing in the woods where there was a pool and lots of other dead things standing around, dead people and other dead deer and dead bears and dead squirrels and all manner of dead things. And that's when I met the god of death. Who's very difficult to describe, but is certainly, I think most people would say frightening. I thought they were kind of cool, but of course I'm used to dead things. And then they told me that I had a sister, and I should go find her. And that was the first time I ever found out I had family that were alive. And I was very excited. And yeah, so then I went and found Muriel. And I've been much happier ever since. A little confused. I'm often very confused, but much happier.
What is the earliest memory you remember? Like, were you born dead? Like, somebody checked you in the woods?
I've asked myself that all the time. I think I was born dying, but then again, so are you. I'm just born closer to it, or maybe a little bit after it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but how did you end up by yourself? I mean,
I've always been by
usually you're
myself.
born and you get thrown in the baby pile, and then
Well,
grow
if
up.
I have a sister, did you just say baby pile? Did you just use the phrase baby pile?
Yeah.
You know,
It's like a dog pile, but with babies.
That's interesting. I need to learn more about your culture.
Goblins are very self-sufficient from a very early age, or you die.
Well, maybe I'm part goblin then, because I've always been on my own.
Oh no, we're never alone. There's always like 50 of us around at least. If you see one, there's another 50 you don't see.
That's true. I mean, when I see... wait, does that mean that there's more? I see you and Scrim. Are there more hiding around here right now?
Probably.
This is a whole new twist. Well, I don't know. I suppose, since Muriel is my sister, that at some point, one of Muriel's parents, I'm not precisely sure which one, to be honest with you, one of them, I guess, made whoopee with the god of death. I don't know.
Oh, it was definitely Mother. She was,
Is Mother like that? Old mom?
She definitely had her moments. I guess I'll just say that. It was kind of questionable with her sometimes.
By moments, do you mean she was a bit of a hoe for show? I picked up that phrase in town. Am I using it right?
I think in this case it would apply. I think that's
Noala
a
speaks
fairly.
up. Wouldn't that just depend on your perception of what that means? I mean, if she was a man, would it have been perceived as a hoe?
Look, I grew up in the woods. I don't have these societal prejudices, to be honest with you.
We grew up with goblins, and goblins sleep with everybody, so it doesnn't really matter in our society either. It must be a human thing. But worse,
Everyone loses their virginity in the goblin pile.
your mom just stuck to her
Baby
Balthazar.
Noala says, it's all perfectly natural. I don't understand.
By the way, when are you going to let me meet Mom?
And why did she chuck Balthazar?
Well, I couldn't tell you exactly why she did it. I do know that I believe she thought him to be dead. So I think it was more of like an accident type of situation.
I forgive her. I just want to meet my mom.
I mean, when he was birthed, his head probably detached from his body or something.
It came out separately. Oh, that's so gross.
Oh,
So they
man.
just threw him in the trash.
This is really dark.
This is really getting weird,
This is
you
really
guys.
dark. Oof.
Well, childbirth is weird, so.
It's weird when it turns out
facts.
normal.
Oh, it's fascinating. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, when this is all over and we save the town, I'm going to have dinner with my mom. Yes.
Is your mom still alive?
I hope that works out well.
Is she still alive? Because if
I'll-
she's not, that's not a huge obstacle. I
I'll
can still
come
have
with
dinner
you.
with her.
Well, I mean, so I guess I would
She
say
can still
that
walk you
perhaps
down the aisle, Balthazar.
perhaps we don't know. Mother went missing a while back.
Oh, no.
And we've never really figured out exactly what happened.
She probably
where
is
she
following
is.
some new guy.
She's probably with the god of death right now.
Or
Oh,
the god
cool.
of life.
My parents are together. Oh, that's awesome.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But she's been missing for a little while, which is why I originally joined the circus in the first place. Because it was moving from town to town. It seemed like a good way to get in with the townsfolk, ask some questions here and there.
Why don't you just ask your cards?
Why don't you ask your cards?
Well,
Oh, is that your trick, Muriel?
they don't necessarily give you yes or no answers.
What kind of answers do they give you?
Well, they help to lead you, on your own personal growth and spiritual investigation, right?
Can I see your cards?
Have you ever told Balthazar's future yet?
I have not.
We should do that.
Hmm.
I concur.
I want to see the cards. I want to know the future.
Let's do
and
it,
if
Muriel.
it mentions my mom.
Okay. Well, how about we do this another night?
Why? We got time right now.
Please.
Please.
Okay, fine. Muriel takes out her cards, and she begins
Actually,
to
have a deck
shuffle
of tarot
them.
cards right here.
Paula's got a couple sets.
I was gonna say, go get one. So she takes the cards and begins to shuffle them, and then she hands them to Balthazar, and she says, "Go ahead and cut the deck."
What does that mean? He like pulls out a knife.
No, just mix the cards up. You
Oh,
need to mix the cards up because it's
okay.
your future.
Right.
It's just gonna pull death card after death card, and you're gonna be like, "There's only one in the."
There's only one in the deck. How did you do that? Oh, that's like a great scene from Jonathan Strange. If anyone's watched that miniseries, it's fantastic. Never mind. Okay.
No.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. All right. Yeah. He shuffles them up. Does his best. He probably. I imagine Balthazar shuffles cards like a little kid, where he just like spreads them all out on the ground and then puts them back together.
Perfect. That's all we need. So Muriel will go ahead. She spreads the cards out, and she says to Balthazar, she says, "What do you want to know?"
I want to know, if I'm on the right path to being reunited with my mom. Yes.
Okay. Muriel holds her hands parallel to the ground above the cards, and she closes her eyes, and she begins to kind of chant softly to herself, and then she moves her hand over to one of the cards over kind of in the left side of this row of cards, and she pulls it out, and she flips it over.
Did you actually grab a deck of tarot cards?
No, but do you want me to go get one?
I'm kind of curious now. Yeah, you got one in
you
your
have
hand.
to,
You got one in
Paula.
hand.
You have to. So as this is going on, Noala's like, "Wait, this is like real? Like, just cards tell your future?"
I mean, apparently that's what Sister says.
I've never seen a trick like this. This is crazy magic.
Sister insists that it's not magic; it's just the natural order of things. It's like the cards interpret, the world. They're not magical. They're just it's what they do.
Interesting.
Like math isn't magical. It just works.
Yeah.
Which makes it magical. What card is it?
That's just how it is.
What did I get?
You got the
What is that?
reverse lovers.
Oh fuck.
So what does that mean?
Fuck. Looks over to the ranger. Hey girl.
This means that if you really want to find your mother and to meet your mother, the first thing that you have to master is you have to master the art of loving yourself and embracing yourself, because your true self right now is not in harmony.
We can see that when his ears fall off.
One sliding down.
If you don't
Scoots
love
back up.
yourself, how can you love other people?
That is the deepest thing I've ever heard. Does this mean I have to take more baths? Is that fair?
I mean, I don't know if I would push it that far. Muriel takes the cards. She shoves them back into her backpack, and she says, "I don't know. I'm getting kind of tired. How are you guys feeling?"
Well,
I'm
you just
feeling-
conjured some crazy magic, so of course you're tired.
I'm feeling like I love myself. And he like hugs himself. I'm gonna practice this. I'm gonna get better at it.
You
Noala
can do it.
offers to do most of the watches tonight.
I'll take whatever one. Like I'll take the one after her.
Okay.
Thank you, best friend.
And with that, unless anybody else has anything they want to say or do, one by one, people start going to sleep. The night passes without anything crazy happening. And Noala starts packing up her stuff again, hiding the fire, putting it out, covering up the log so it doesn't look like anyone was here before. And she asks if you guys are ready to go. You're only a few hours away from the destination.
Lead the way.
All right. So, once again, travel's pretty fine. It doesn't seem like anything crazy. She does tell you that the area she's taking you to is definitely a bigger spread of the blight than before. She was not originally aware of this until one time she was following a blighted creature into this area from closer to town. But she has not fully explored this area, as she believes there might be some ferocious predators out here.
What type of blighted creature was it that you followed in this area?
A large wolf, much like the carcass in that cave that you guys saw that had been dead for a few days. So yeah,
So I'll take point with my shield readied.
Yep. Noala will stay behind you as she's kind of guiding you through this area. You arrive to an area where the trees do kind of look like they were before, where they're not as lively, more browns. It's not the time of year where you would see like dead leaves and stuff, but you're starting to come across that. And as you start getting into this area, Noala offers you guys 2 lesser healing potions and 2 bark skin potions.
Ooh.
And then she tells you she's gonna prepare, just like she did before in this area, some traps. She'll be ready for a bonfire again at the end. Should you guys need to fall back, she'll be here waiting for you. But yeah. And she says, if you find anything, just make note of it. Yeah. She says there's some caves, she believes, further ahead as well. Similar to probably before, but she has not explored them. This blight is a little bit stranger than the ones before, though. It's almost like there's a pattern throughout the trees as you're walking through, almost like rings of how bad it is. Like after a few trees, you feel like it gets worse, and then it might feel a little bit better, and then worse again. Some of the trees and plants are like twisted and warped, similar to how the trees looked in like the orchard, where they weren't looking real healthy. There are plants that are covered in pustules and even emit a faint glowing light from them. There's gnats that seem to burst into tiny little flames, and when they do, they emit a terrible smell. As you guys are looking around, why doesn't everybody give me a survival check?
I'm going to be honest, you guys. I don't really like this area.
Nope, not feeling it. Where's my thing?
I got a 13.
Survival. I'm not good at that.
Oh,
Hey, 9.
that's a 12. Not really my thing.
What about Durgan and Scrim?
Scrim has a 7 total, which is not good.
Wow, you guys are awesome.
I have 16.
All right. So, Durgan, You can kind of see a small path for a moment leading in one direction. It looks like maybe there's been some travel here, but you can't make out like what has traveled here. You just know there's like less grass in this one direction. And only you seem to notice it. Everyone else seems to be distracted by all the plants and stuff.
I'll point it out to everyone and see if they want to take the path or keep going the way that we're going.
Okay.
I want to, check what he points out and see if I can smell anything that seems off.
You're trying to smell?
Yes.
Okay.
If I can detect any maybe of something that's been affected by that oil, that taint.
Okay. What'd you get?
Oh, I didn't roll anything.
Oh,
me too.
It'd be perception. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Oh, well, that's a 4 on the die. Let's see, what is that? That's under, where's my perception? All right. I always see perception, except for now when I'm looking for it.
That's because it's in a weird tab. It's not with like the skills and stuff like that. It's in like offense.
Oh, yeah, offense. Oh, so that's a whole 7.
Oh, they don't put perception in there? Oh, I didn't even notice that. That's weird.
No. And like when I went to that tab, but I just had my phone slightly scrolled up, so I went there, and so it was like above the cut.
They must put it there because it's what you normally use for initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't, I mean, the stench, it smells like all this has been corrupted by something similar, yes. All of it, everything.
I guess we should follow this then. I mean, that's probably going to lead us to more corrupted monster thingies. I don't know. Scrim, do you want to do the sneaky thing and see if you can see anything before they see us? And then we can make a plan.
Scrim can do it.
Give me a stealth check, Scrim.
Scrim! 19 plus 4 is 23.
So you feel like you're pretty stealthy. You're pretty quiet. You start moving through this path, and you don't see really anything going up here. How long do you want to walk down this path by yourself?
I'm going.
The whole way?
Yes.
Okay. So you're walking for about a half hour.
Okay, that's a little bit,
That's why I was like, it's a long walk.
I'll say like 10 minutes, and if
Okay.
nothing happens, and then I run back.
Okay. Perfect. Then yeah,
Like,
after
I mean
10
run.
minutes.
Like,
Yeah.
not stealth. Like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
get 10 minutes in stealth, and
Yep.
then I'm like, and I run back.
All right. Yeah, you run back. So you
And I run up
didn't
to
see
the group as if there's something urgent, and I'm like,
There is nothing.
Well done, brother.
So do we just continue the way we were going, or do you want to follow the path to its conclusion?
Scrim went pretty far and saw nothing. But Scrim is not the wisest, smartest one. So what does
Yeah.
Durgan think we should do?
Do not sell yourself short, Scrim. You're very smart.
Agreed.
What does Durgan think we should? You are not, don't get now, Scrim. You are very smart, but Durgan, you are smarter. So, what do you think we should do?
I don't think it would. I mean, I don't think it was. So the path is sort of going, sort of in the same direction we were following, or does this sort of go
kind
off?
of. Yeah.
Okay. I think we should follow the path. It looks like something's traveling it, so we are trying to find something. Maybe this would be the best way to go about it, instead of just blindly just walking in the direction that we were.
Okay.
Because she didn't give us any landmarks to look for, did she?
No,
she
she doesn't. She even told you guys she hasn't fully explored the whole area.
Yeah. I think we should follow the path.
Okay. So you guys start walking down the path. After about 30 minutes of a normal walk, deeper into this massive blight, the plants take on an unnatural shades, and their branches seem to shudder and quake at the sensation of something passing. Up ahead is a wall of thick brambles, some sort of thorny iris in the center. And I will share my screen. And
Sick plants look kind of like plants from before, don't they, brother? Maybe don't touch. Touching last time made plants angry and attacks us.
So you guys would be coming from this path, and the thing I just described looks like this row of plants blocking the path ahead.
How tall are said plants?
They're about 9 feet tall.
Those are big ass plants.
They're very colorful.
Did you say they're blocking the path?
Yeah, they're like vine, like almost like they're on like a. You don't see anything like a fence or anything, but they kind of look like how vines would wrap up like a wall or a fence, like a lattice fence. Do you know what I'm talking about? Kind of looks like that all along there.
So these are a different kind of plant.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I don't know, brother. These might be angrier bushes. Well, they're not really bushes, but angrier plants.
Crick, do you think they're flammable?
Everything's flammable if you try hard enough.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe you have to prove it to us.
And flames don't work. I've been saving this lightning concoction. I have not tested yet.
Lightning concoction, you say?
Yeah.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
Couldn't
What?
we just cut through the plants?
Maybe we should just throw rocks at it to see what happens.
You want to throw a rock at it?
Do it.
I mean, it would ensure that they're not alive.
The last time I walked
Right?
up on a plant, it nearly killed me. So
Last time I walked
You
up
just
on
not
a
walk
wrong.
through a
plant.
bunch of them.
Do it. Do it.
All right.
I'll throw one. I'm mad at plants.
Okay. Yeah, you
Jargon's
throw
just
a rock.
Had it with plants.
The
Yeah.
rock like lands right at the plants, like even hits one. Doesn't seem to do anything.
All right, I'll approach, my shield up,
Okay.
Sword ready, and I'm gonna try just to like cut my way through.
I love that we've made Durgan just terrified of plants.
Is everyone with him?
I imagine
No.
people from like the outside, if they were watching this, were like, "Why are they throwing rocks at
doing?
This isn't the first campaign I've ever played in where my character developed a phobia of plants. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Why is that grown man terrified of plants?
Yeah, I was attacked by an awakened rosebush once, so
Oh dear.
That sounds great. All right. So you make your way up there. Is anybody with you?
I have a question. Why do some of the plants have letters on them?
oh, we don't
You
know that.
see any of the letters.
You don't see any letters.
I'm just kidding. Okay, so I would probably be not right next to Durgan, but I'm not gonna stand all the way back there waiting for him. So it looks like there's some squares there. So maybe put me like 2-3 squares behind wherever Durgan is.
All right. So you're second, though.
Yeah, I can go
Yeah.
second.
Stay 15 feet back. I think they had reach before.
Okay, 3.
That's
I'll go
meta.
with 4 just to be safe.
I bravely follow from 30 feet away.
So
Briefly.
I'll be honest, though. I'm trying to see what those letters do mean. I know what one of those letters means. I do not know what the X means at all.
think
It
it means
doesn't
you
mean
die.
anything. It
Oh,
just
I
means
found
not
it.
V.
I did find it. It's okay.
It's where the
Oh.
treasure
Is it okay?
It's
No,
probably not okay.
It's probably, yeah. I can't imagine it being okay.
Although that's like the dire version of whatever the V's are.
Because I can clearly see some bushes not labeled as anything. So.
Dire plants.
No, you
That's
can't.
a lot of
There are
that's
no
a lot of
bushes not
metagaming.
labeled. There's no bushes there not labeled. Those are trees.
Oh,
Those
I'm
are
sorry.
trees.
Can I ask a
I see
question?
some unlabeled
Yeah.
bushes.
Mm-hmm.
Is the density of this like hedge the same all the way across, or do I see any thinner spots?
It seems like it's the same. Like you can't see past it.
And how tall?
About 9 feet.
Is that
And
a
how
very
tall
poor
is Durgan?
wagon?
Not 9 feet.
So
You
here's
would be 9. It would be a little bit of like 9 feet if you were standing on my shoulders.
but all right. So here's what I'm saying. I see Durgan going up to this, right, shield and sword. When he is 5 feet away, I am going to run full ass and do an acrobatics move and run up his back and jump over the hedge off of his shoulders.
May I ask what you're shouting as you jump over?
Well, hang on. So before we even get there, Durgan with his shield out gets stopped right here, and everybody will roll initiative.
No,
I'm sorry, what?
we didn't even make it up that far. Dang.
Those letters did mean something.
It's
What?
like Juce was lying
Never,
the whole time.
Never. I would never do such a thing. Why would I lie to you guys?
Man.
Okay, so type it in the chat.
That was garbage.
I just did. I started it, so
Trick. Okay, great.
Durgan started, so Durgan had an 18. Everything after Durgan.
everything after the 18. Well, the 18 and everything after it.
Man,
We
Durgan.
get what are we using for initiative?
Perception.
Yeah, just regular
Perception,
perception.
okay.
Nobody had declared stealth or anything. Would you get Marielle and Scrim? Those are the only two. Oh, there we go.
16.
Nice.
I forgot to add in my feet,
Oh,
like basically this entire campaign.
did you do it
What's
for
that
that
do?
one at least?
I did it for this one. Yeah, I have
Okay.
incredible initiative that I have.
Oh, damn, you've been
That
missing
would have
out.
been handy before.
It's just a +2.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
All right, so Durgan,
hmm
you approach with your first action. Well, no, I won't say with your first action. You get about here. What would you like to do with your first action?
Well, something triggered. So, do I see movement? Or
You don't notice anything. No.
I guess I'll just keep walking. then.
Actually, give me a perception roll.
Do you want to use the 18 or do a different one?
Do a different one.
It doesn't matter. I rolled 13 again, so plus
Okay.
5 is 18.
Yeah, you do not see anything.
Okay, I guess I would just keep going then with my shield up.
Okay, with one movement, you could move up to about here.
25 feet speed, yeah.
Okay. Second movement, could probably get up to like right here.
Yeah, if nothing stops me.
And third action, do you want to move all the way up to the hedge?
Yes. Because
Okay.
that's what I was doing, so there'd
Yep.
be no reason for me to not.
And you can't interact with it anyway on this turn. So,
No.
You get all the way up there. Scrim did say he was on your shoulders, though. It is Scrim's turn. Do you want to do the leap over the hedge?
Yes. So I would like to do the acrobatic move,
Okay.
and do like a dive, flip in the air to try to land on the other side.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
Acrobatics is a 13 plus 8, 21 total.
Okay. Yeah. You make it no problem over the hedge, and straight ahead of you, you see this. On the other side of the wall of brambles is a yard dominated by 3 large wooden cages and a pool of bubbling sludge. A wretched-looking horse stands in one of the cages, while another cage is filled with a swarm of gigantic rats covered in white blisters. The third pen looks empty, but it appears to be built around a small cave located in the hillside. There's another cave entrance on the north side near one of the pens. So let me
I think we found something, boys.
expand this out a little for you. So you can see at the bottom there is one of the pens. Another pen is straight ahead, and another pen is in the north there, like I had discussed. The one at the bottom is the one that has like a cave mouth in it, obviously.
Okay.
And you are like right here. So that was your first action to jump over.
Yeah.
What would you
I
like to do
back
if you
away
wanted?
from the sludge pit because I don't know what's in there, and that's gross.
Yep.
And I just move south and kind of stay along the hedge and try to hide amongst the hedge. Not go in it, but just kind of like crouch down and hide. Yeah, maybe
Okay.
like 10 feet away from that.
Like right here?
Or
Or do you want to be closer to the fence?
yeah, a little closer to the fence.
Okay, give me a stealth check, by the way.
So stealth is 22 total.
Okay. In doing this, you didn't do a scream or anything as you jumped over the fence, right?
No.
Okay. So you're able to stay pretty stealthy. You do see two large grayish creatures walking out of here towards the sledge pit with some buckets. They are menacing. They look a lot like Durgan, but with sharper teeth and bigger ears. And yeah.
Well, yeah. So I don't want to be around them at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna just stay put in my concealed mode. And I, with the very sneaky feat, I believe that as long as I'm done moving.
Okay.
And I succeeded at my stealth check. So you don't become observed if you don't have cover or greater cover and aren't concealed at the end of the thing, as long as you have cover or greater cover or concealed at the end of your turn. So I guess my question is, am I concealed? Am I able to be concealed where I am?
Yeah, it appears as though you are.
Okay. So I just stayed flat and watched them. I don't move.
Okay. And that is all of your actions. Just a second. It's weird.
Yeah.
Just a sec. Sorry, I'm trying to pull something up. My book gave me a wrong page number. So, interesting. Found something wrong with the module.
So, quick question, because it's not really clear, but if I wanted to use the message cantrip,
Yep.
does the recipient need to be in sight?
That's a great question that I
Because
do
I got
not know.
120 feet range.
No, I would say you roughly know who you're trying to talk to. And
Well,
where
I'm
they
trying to
roughly
talk,
are, so-
and I know
Yeah,
where
you're fine.
Durgan is.
Yeah, you're fine. You can
So
communicate it.
I will use my message cantrip and say, "Be careful, on other side are creatures close by."
Mm-hmm.
Roger.
All right. Next up is Muriel.
So I'm moving forward after Durgan. So I think I'm just gonna use movement this round.
All three to get up to the gate.
I'm not gonna get all the way up there. I told him I would stand back a little bit, so like 15 feet behind him.
Okay, so you're about right there.
I assume that he's gonna kind of hack his way through it, but if not, I'm happy to just kind of go for like scrim number 2 and jump over top of it.
All right.
With a little boost.
So I'm a meat shield and a ramp.
Apparently.
You have many uses, my friend.
Apparently.
All right. Balthazar.
Okay. Let's see. Looking at that. What do you have that arrow currently pointed at?
That's where Marielle is.
Okay.
You
Yeah, I
would
think
be all the way at the far left still, not even on camera.
Yeah, I think I'll just get up and join her.
Okay.
And can I get... I don't know if I can do anything. So how much movement would it take to get up with her? How many
It would take
actions?
all your movement, pretty much.
Okay. Oh, then, all right. Then, cool.
All
Do that.
3 turns or actions.
Yep.
All right, Crick, what would you like to do? You're off the screen to the left.
I will also move up to where the 3 of them, or the 2 of them are, behind Durgan.
Okay. That would also use all your movement. All right, so with that, all of you, including Scrim, do me a favor and give me a fortitude save. Beat a 15.
Why?
17 and 8, 25.
Okay, so you make it.
I'm actually good at this.
Fortitude is not the bestest.
So
Yeah, I'm not the best at it either, but I rolled
boom.
well, so I got a
That's my-
17.
It's my
24.
best one.
Anybody not make it?
I got a 23. I'm good.
Anyone under 15?
Me, I got an 11 total.
Oof.
Okay. So when you walked through the path on those bushes, you inhaled some gas.
But
So basically, as you went through you breathed in. You
Okay,
didn't even
okay.
notice it. So
Okay.
do me a favor. You are going to suffer from... sorry, let me read.
Do me a favor and suffer.
And suffer.
Is this gas
duration
by-
is 6 rounds.
is it generated by spores?
It doesn't say. It says poison.
Oh,
Gas.
so it's plant-based poison gas.
Yes.
Fortunately, my second level goblin feat. No, I'm
And it's anyone who would
Pathfinder
pass
2
within 10
probably has that thing, but I didn't take it.
There's a mechanic for everything, my dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any hero points left? Because this might be a good time to use one.
I don't. Oof. I don't think
It sounds
I do,
bad.
because I last game I went ballistic and
Yeah.
my wad. So, what is the total 6-round damage that we're doing here?
So it's not damage.
Okay.
It's a stupefied
Probably
condition.
a
You take
condition.
a status penalty.
Stupefied?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oof.
like disturbed, stupefied. Take a status penalty equal to the value to checks and DCs based on intelligence, wisdom, or charisma, including will save, spell attack rolls, and DCs, and appropriate skill checks. Cast a spell, it's disrupted unless you succeed at a flat blah 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 blah. Anyways, the point is you are gonna suffer starting off at a -1 penalty for up to 6 rounds. You get to make a save each round, I believe. If you
Yep.
fail, it gets worse. If you succeed, it goes away, right?
Yeah. So yeah, and you do that at the start of your turn because you
Yes.
would take the so if you fail, it goes up to like stage 2, which has a different negative effect, and then I
Yes.
think normally they max it at stage 3.
And
I was very deeply worried that this is going to have a very negative impact, but I view this as just Scrim is just tripping balls for the next minute.
You see all the
Yes.
colors.
yep.
You can taste colors.
But with and actually be about 30 seconds. But with that, I think we should end the session there.
Why?
Because
because Juice is like,
we will be
"Otherwise,
playing
you
till
guys are gonna
1:30 in
die."
the morning.
Because the next part takes so long.
Yeah, and before
Probably
things
what
get
it is.
complicated in combat. So I am going to make a note though that of the initiative, we're still on the creature.
Scrim is high as shit.
Initiative.
Yeah.
So I'm writing down that first. But with that, I'm going to flip back to this, and we'll let everyone do their plugs. And we will start with Balthazar.
Again, I'm just Balthazar. I'm so method. I have just become Balthazar. Let me get my eye back first. Hold on a second.
He's like Malkovich. He just
Yeah. There's my eye. I'm also whiter than I appear most of the time too.
I get that.
That's
So,
why women wear makeup.
So what's up? Hi. I'm Colin at Colinomicon on Twitter and on Twitch and other various social places. I have my own channel. It is my name. It is at Colinomicon on Twitch. Go check it out. Trying to pull up my calendar here. Every Sunday, I do a different one-shot at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This weekend's one-shot, God, I'm so excited for this. This weekend's one-shot is Dungeons & Dragons 4th edition, baby. We're going back to I love it, and it gets so much shit from people.
That's the
That's
only
awesome.
one I have not played. I have not played 4th edition.
It
I
gets
skipped right
unfairly
over it.
maligned, and it
Agreed.
is a great game.
It is, yeah.
There are mechanics in it that I disagree with, that I don't think were great game design necessarily, but I think it's a brilliant game, and it's the one that got me hooked on TTRPGs back in the day. So like I owe a lot to this game, and I'm on a mission to rehabilitate its reputation.
You're
So,
bringing it back.
Why
bringing it
are
back.
you taking on the impossible task of changing people's perception?
Especially when it comes to 4th. People have decided how they feel about this game
Without ever touching it.
Without having ever played it. That's
Before it even came out, people's minds were already made up. But yeah, that's a whole other discussion.
It was something I kept noticing though, is that like I've met so many people who malign the crap out of it, and then I ask, they've never actually played it.
Yeah.
And if you just sit down and play it, it's fun. And I will say also, the 4th edition Dungeon Master's Guide is the best one that Wizards ever put out, and I still go back and read it because it just has lots of good advice in it, like really, really solid DM advice. That's a different thing. But yes, watch that 7 o'clock Eastern on my channel. Everything on my channel is always done at 7, keeps it easy. So if you're ever wondering, it's always 7 p.m. Eastern. Also on Monday, the 15th, and then every Monday thereafter, we're doing a Monster of the Week game that we just started on my channel called Monster of the Week Act 3.
Oh, nice.
Where ACT stands for Abnormality Containment Team Number 3.
Oh.
Yeah, where our intrepid heroes are a part of a secret organization called Drama, which stands for Dimensional Relations and Metaphysical Affairs.
I'm not smart enough to come up with these cool like acronyms and stuff.
I love it. This is gold.
Everything is a drama pun, so it's like act drama, like it's all theater
Right.
jokes, the whole thing. But they're an organization that started out as a monster hunting organization, and now they've changed their mission to be more like, they've gone from being the Department of Defense to being the State Department. So now they're out to like make peace with monsters. They've started a city. There's a city. It's called Auraria. It's beneath the city of Denver, Colorado. That's a secret city where humans and monsters can live together.
Beautiful.
And that's where our setting is. And we have 3 really thirsty players who are they're so thirsty. They're all trying to like screw all the monsters and stuff. It's wild. It's funny. It's funny. It's fun. It's like, it's not, we're purposely not taking it like overly seriously. And the role players are really, really good. So it's worth your time. Check it out. It's 7 o'clock on Mondays. It'll be every Monday from now until we get sick of it. So Monster of the Week Act 3. And I also, on Weave the Tale, I GM a game of Black Void from 6 to 9 every Wednesday. We're coming up on episode 5 right now of that. And it's really coming out great. I'm really proud of it. And the only other thing is that this Friday, when I'm not here, this coming Friday, I'm going to be on my channel at 7, always at 7, on my talk show, the GM Postmortem, where I'm going to be interviewing Jonathan Fry, who's a great game developer, my favorite GM in the world. He's up there. Sorry, bud. You'd love Don, though. He's wonderful. He's one of those guys that it's not fair how good he is, because he was just he he has one of those like movie trailer announcer voices that he was just born with.
Yeah.
And it's not fair to the rest of us. He can just, so everything he says just sounds epic because he's just, those are just his vocal cords. But he's a great dude, really nice guy. He's a great game developer, and we're going to interview him 7 to 9 on Friday. So
no worry, I have no DMing ego whatsoever, so don't worry about it.
I have loads of DMing
I have
egos.
no DMing ego.
I am nothing if not proud.
Paula, what do we got going on?
Okay, so
Or you, I should say.
tomorrow I'm playing in the Blackrock Adventurers game, which is like a homebrew game on this channel, and then I have nothing else until the following Saturday, in
Thursday.
which we
Thursday.
Oh, Thursday. Yes, it's not in my calendar.
Are we
I need
mini painting again or no?
What?
Are we gonna get back to mini painting or no?
Yeah, I mean, I think, let's chat about it.
We'll table it. Okay. By the way,
because-
BlackRock is D&D 5e.
Yes. So might just have like, a free week or something like that. We'll see, but we'll bring it back. We're gonna bring back mini painting.
Eventually. We'll talk about
Yeah, at some point. So Thursday next
Cthulhu.
week is Call of Cthulhu. I just joined that game, and then on Saturday we're gonna bring back and finish up the Dragon Age game.
It is Saturday, yes.
Yes.
Part 2
Mm-hmm.
of our
Yeah. So.
one shot now 2 shot.
Yep. Yeah. We're not very good at doing just like one shots that are just one shots.
No.
Like there's always like a little bit of rollover at
Feel
the
that.
end, and then you're like, you just kind of have to make it into 2. I don't know.
It's group
fine.
dependent. It depends.
Yeah.
Depends how in-depth roleplay gets and stuff like that.
We like to investigate things.
Yeah.
I
No,
guess.
It's good. It's good.
So there'll be that game next week, Saturday.
Yeah.
So a week from tomorrow.
Bill, what you got going on? 7 games?
I have too many things going on, and sometimes I think about just moving to like a remote mountain in Kentucky.
Oh.
And turning off the internet.
Yeah.
I know. what
Yeah.
you mean.
My channel is Bill Allan World, and I make a lot of different shows, and I have videos. I'm up to about an average of 4 or 5 videos a week.
Yeah.
And really, I question the point of all of it, because sometimes those videos get like 100 views, and I'm like, I just spent 4 hours of my life making this video, and 100 people watched it. And then, and then I go home and I watch Netflix or something.
Triple digits, bro. That's not bad.
Yeah.
That is so
Well, anyway.
relatable. Like you are speaking to my heart, Bill.
Yeah.
If you ever need to vent about it,
Well,
just
when
talk to me.
when I'm not making game related things, I try to spend time with my family or work at my normal job where I'm a teacher at a high school. And that's a surreal thing in and of itself this calendar year. So that's about it for me.
Beautiful. Couldn't have said it better. Draven, what you got going on?
Just some gaming videos. I was having kind of a rough week this week, so I missed a couple ones that I wanted to have out. So I still want to get like the Alien RPG review out.
Yep.
Just recently picked up or had the Lost Omens Ancestry Guide sent to me, so I want to do a video on that.
You
a
mean
couple
this
of-
book?
Yeah,
Me too. It's so beautiful.
it is. It's nice. I was actually honestly expecting it to be one of like the Red Spine books, but it turns out it wasn't. But that's fine. So I got that, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
But it has so much in it. Like it's not as lore heavy as I expected. I feel like it's lot of mechanics.
It's full of options. Yeah,
Yes.
like it's really full of options, and I like that a lot of the new stuff is not full-on ancestries, but versatile heritages that you can apply.
Yeah, there's some good ones for sure.
So you can get more customization options and stuff like that. So I'll work on that video at some point. It's also our March break for our daughter, so it might be later in the week because she's gone for half of it.
Yeah.
We'll see how that turns out. But yeah, just keeping up with stuff like that.
Yeah.
Too many systems.
And what you got over there, Dave?
So I am also going to be running a Monster of the Week campaign that you can't watch anywhere. But more importantly,
For patrons?
Just like a home game.
Oh,
Paranormal, investigative, criminal enforcement, and location. Pickle.
Pickle?
Wait, you thought of it?
Hell yeah.
Too?
I love it.
Oh, we
So
had lots of
good.
acronyms. We had so many acronyms for this that we actually put it to a vote of my server for what the acronym was going to be. We had like 6 different ones.
So there's this place in Haddon Heights, New Jersey, where you can get a pickle sandwich. There's no bread. They're like these giant pickles that they slice and then like they make
Put everything in between.
What the hell's going on in New Jersey?
So
That sounds awesome.
It's actually really good, and we started talking about this at the same time we're discussing a new game. So we're like, so I was like, we're gonna do this Suicide Squad style government organization. And they're like, well, it's got to have an acronym and it's got to be pickle. So that's a lot of work to do. But I mean, other than that, like, we have the Nerdarchy live channel where we have people come on throughout the week at 12 p.m. Eastern time. This week, I know we have City of Mist folks coming on.
Oh, nice.
Douglas Niles will be on the channel. I don't know if any of you guys remember that name. He was a best-selling novelist back in the day. Used to write for TSR a lot of Dragonlance novels.
Cool.
He's part of a Kickstarter that's going on right now. So I'm looking forward to that. I've read a ton of his books, and then we have the normal stuff over on the Nerdarchy channel and website. So
Nice.
we've always got things going on.
So last time we played, we had talked about how I was doing a 30-day world building challenge.
How'd that go?
It's still going. I've done 10 of the videos. Obviously today's the 12th, so I'm 2 days behind, which isn't bad.
Get busy, Holmes.
So I've got to do a couple days worth of videos and kind of get them in to catch up. That I will do. But it's been fun so far. I totally relate to what Bill says, because some videos I'm like, oh, it's got like 20 views. Like, I put so much effort into this and I'm at 20 views. But yeah, so we're still doing that. It's been fun. People on my Discord seem to like it. The people who have been watching it have been enjoying it. So that's all that matters. But so we've got that. I also plan on I'm not going to do videos for this. I'm probably just going to do a live stream and go through it and give people my actual like reactions to things, answer people's questions in the chat. That'll be sometime next week because we're pretty light on streams now. So I'm excited about doing that. Some other products I'm going to look at too on stream. And then I've got, like Paula said, we've got our BlackRock game tomorrow, which for that game, I'm actually incorporating DMG infos under the tavern module. So that is the dungeon that the players have been in for a couple sessions now. So you guys can check that out on his website. DMG info, I believe, is the name of the website. And have
you seen his new terrain?
Yeah, it's like a theater set where he like locks it into place and stuff. It looks really cool.
It's based off of like using a webcam, and
yes,
instead of the top down, it's the side.
It's like a theater. It's like watching a play. Yeah. I love the concept. Love it. I was considering trying to make it myself, and I was like, one, I would never make all the terrain I'd want. So I didn't.
Well, he sells them. He sells them as PDFs, so all you have to do is cut them out and just glue them down.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
So he has the how-to, and then he also has.
Gotcha. I didn't know he made pre-made things that you could also put in there. That's cool. The only other thing I was critical of is that what if I wanted to use a big monster? It would not fit within shot. Like any normal 1-inch miniature, 100%. A dragon, or if you're trying to use like more than 8 monsters.
I think you have to learn to work the perspectives, right? Where you have to drop it back further.
That's Bill's cup of tea, man. That's not mine. That's his specialty.
I think it's doable. I don't really use terrain anyway.
I love
but
terrain.
It's kind of cool to see what other people do with it.
So Nate from WSD20 has been playing around with an alternative to Roll20.
The Owlbear Rodeo.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and experiment with that this next week to see if it works well for me, and I might incorporate that into some of my games. We'll see. Just because I think it does help. Like, there's a lot of times where people are like, well, how much more movement do I have? And stuff like that. And I think it removes some of the guesswork for me and, you know, some of the players sometimes. So, yeah, I think I'm definitely going to play with that. But, yeah, so we're going to finish the 30-day world building on my channel. And at the end of it, I'm going to make everything I've talked about, I'm going to type up into a document, give it to my patrons. And then I will also be starting to work on turning my setting into a actual like document for my players that play in my homebrew games. So that is the plan by the end of the month. And, you know, patrons, if they want to just be $1 patron, they'll get access to all of that probably. So yeah, and then anything I get from that, maybe I'll buy art eventually down the line from a commissioned artist for it as well. So other than that, that's it. Like Paula said, we got some games, got some mini painting coming back, and it's going to be a good time. And I think this campaign, I was looking at it, I think it'll wrap up in April. Looking at the sequence of events. Obviously, it's dependent on like how much role play and investigation things go between now and the end. But yeah, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, how many more tarot spreads are we gonna do?
Oh, you loved it, and you know it.
She did. She's been looking for an excuse. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. This is Master of the Game. I'm Juice. Game on.